All right. How you people doing? Yeah, all right. Yeah, I was trying to fix the mic and all this kind of stuff. So it's kind of weird, but I'm glad Mogman is here. Not for anybody is here. This is Bunjo is here. Astute Observer, David D. Uh yes to Dumbass Tree. We can't take it anymore, although he did announce he was going back to the US. oh, oh, Geo. And Mr. Gio's gay hand is here. We got Roberto Medina is here. Ken McLeod, Oliver Klosoff, the keyboard warrior. It's where you effers gonna get some mark ass bitches, I guess. Not for anybody. Chi. And we got not for anybody, another one. There's like two, not for everybody. It's weird. Okay, and then Petri Ochanen is here. Kauko Gamer is here. We got Donald, Oliver, and yeah, Jose and Luzon. What's up, everybody? Eric is here. I brought him down to the Mercado Swamp. Simon is here. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad everybody's here. Simon and everybody is coming over. Sorry, I skipped a few comments. Robert Patterson. Yeah, definitely. The whole team is here with Scott and yeah, we can talk about anything. Especially dating. That's the topic of today. Kellner Chronicles, Daniel T. Yeah, Kenny and Subic. Yeah, so whatever questions you got about dating or whatever is great for me to ask, for you guys to ask. But definitely, my one of my biggest things about dating is cannot lie. One of the things about this pandemic is that of course, it limited the dating scene big time. And all of us, we can't really handle it that way. And it kept us on the loop on the dark. Hold on, let me take off my camera for a second and let me see how I'm trying to test this out. All right. Still trying to do the setup deal. Okay, here we go. Does this work? All right. Turn on cam. Okay, it's working. Finally. And there you are, handsome boy. Hello, chat. Tickled me down there. Sup, Andy? Oh, here. Maybe Simps want to hear your thoughts. Yeah, what's up, man? I mean, if you want to come over or whatever, I mean, you can talk about some stuff, man. I'll put the link down below if you guys want to come over and talk about how not to date like a simp, because that is the subject of today. How to avoid being a goddamn simp. And the first thing people need to do to not be a simp in the Philippines is do not believe anything from Pina Love, any dating website. Do not believe any of these women. Facebook and all that crap. Online dating, fuck that. F that. You don't need online dating here in the Philippines. You got Puerto Rico, nice. Jill explained he was proving two ages of no, he never explained that. He always constantly dodges the questions, and that's what he does. And live stream earlier today. Nope, I didn't see it. It must be something disgusting, like how to date a woman and probably like throw her out of the apartment, right? So that is the very first question. The very first thing. Do not believe these girls online. Uh, second one would be shower. I've been telling people. I don't know how huge this is, but showering is very big in the Philippines. It's even you'll see the poorest of the poor showering themselves. Simping ain't easy, so showering is one thing that you don't need. That you need. Sorry, said no simps yet. Every single person in this chat. Oh, come on, Mike. It's hard out there for a simp. What's up, my simps? Damn, Randy. Rainman is here. Benjamin is here. Dirt and Angeles. And can I get a mistress. Yes, you can if you want, but that's up to you, man. No one's gonna do that shit. Dirt Angler of East Tennessee. Who is B dating these days? You know what? That's a good question. I have no idea. She is not dating. She hasn't been in any of his videos or anything like that. Either there's two possibilities. One, he's hiding her so the trolls can say something, and then he's gonna pop her out of nowhere. Or two, he fucking left her, like left the lily pad. So yeah, let's see, Roger. What is a simp? A simp is somebody that loves to put pussy on a put poon at a pedestal. They like to put poon at a pedestal. They like to worship it. Like you ever see like guys worshiping Baby May? Like, you know that Baby May is not gonna go out and fuck 50,000 guys. You know, Baby May is out there throwing her ass, and then there's these guys giving these compliments. But at the end of the day, Baby May doesn't give a damn, doesn't care, even know how ugly she is and disgusting, and her crooked ass teeth worse than mine. But people still put her on the pedestal because she has a vagina. So that is the one thing that is a simp. Somebody that worships mediocre pussy, basically. That's all it is. And they don't give any reciprocation back or anything like that. Don't wash your underwear and clothes in the sink. Yeah, that is true. Do not do that. Don't be a freaky. Freaky Bella is out there. Don't smell like a Bombay. Yeah, like there's a guy at Bombay. There's the Indian dude that dresses like a gopher, and he goes around in Cebu City pretending he's with that girl B. Today's live stream again is brought to you by Monster. Golden Shower Mogman. Whoa. All right. But yeah, that is the thing. Keep clean. Be clean. Always be clean. And here we have a special guest. We have Mike's Philippine Adventure. How you doing, man?
What's going on, man? How's everything?
Pretty good, man. Just chilling out here, talking about dating and living here in the Philippines. How not to be a simp shit, you know?
Well, I saw the title. Maybe actually they should actually have somebody like have the simps in this to be able to
yeah. Well, let's see, but let's say that again.
Maybe you should have simps watching so that they know what they're not supposed to be doing.
Well, it's basically how do you say? It's one of those things where you're gonna tell people no, but they're gonna do it. It's kind of like when you tell a girl like don't do this. For example, you tell a girl not to in the toothbrush, like in the toothpaste, not to put it, not to squeeze it in the middle, just squeeze it from the bottom, and she's gonna squeeze it in the middle regardless.
Pretty much. It's
kind of like that.
I get it. So how's everything, man? Yeah. How's everything in Angeles?
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Angeles is great. Where are you currently?
Quezon City.
Oh, nice. I was actually there 2 days ago on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm always like right by Thomas Marato and right there in Timog.
Yeah, I was drinking out at Karma Saturday. It was pretty great. Yeah, that's definitely. Cool, that's basically what I do, which is hang out, go out, and it's funny. Let's see, a simp. What did they take off the dude's? Oh wait, I'm trying to look at these. It's funny how someone from Facebook said, like, my personality and misspelled personality. Yeah, personality. That's all you need. You just fucking grab, get your wallet. Just grab like 1,000 pesos, rub it on you a little bit, and that's it. You just go out on a date, and you look fucking handsome. The 1,000 peso has a magical power where your skin, everything is gonna be fucking looking great. Like, look, I had blemishes a second ago. Now there's nothing. It's perfect. That's it. That's all you need in order to get in the Philippines and get laid. That I'm not saying it for prostitutes or anything. I'm just saying, because a lot of girls like to have fun. I'm not saying go out and get you prostitutes or anything. Like, this is for beer money or some shit. But yeah. So what are your experiences? Are you married or are you here dating in the Philippines or what's up?
Yeah, I'm here dating now. So, I'm here in the Philippines dating. Been here for like almost 2 years now. 2 years in May, actually. So I moved here, almost 2 years last year, my birthday. So just pretty much just
Oh,
picked up,
nice.
left, and moved over here. But like I lived in the Philippines like 5 years before. Then I just moved back again and then came over here again. But
Oh,
yeah,
that's pretty
just,
cool.
just dating. I mean, it's easy here to date. It makes sometimes people just like get scared. But I mean, if like in the States you're scared to meet people, then when you come over here, you're gonna be scared too anyways. So,
Yeah.
but the thing though is you do have something better when you come over here because people are curious about you because you're different. I mean, people are just always going to gravitate towards you just because you're a little bit different from them. And then as long as you're able to, like you said, have some money a little bit, I'm not saying pay for pussy or anything like that. I have nothing wrong with people paying for that. But the thing though is you don't really need to do that. I mean, why would you want to spend, I don't know, 2,000 pesos on someone when you can do the same thing and meet somebody in a coffee shop or whatever you want to do?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I wonder. I mean, you can go on apps. There's a Tantan for you guys. TAN Tantan. Download the app, get your profile. There's Tinder out there. So you guys can go out there on Tinder, and it's easy. If one asks you for money, just click and go to the next one. I mean, you just fucking all you do is just fucking switch all you like all of them. Just keep going like super fast speed like every day, and eventually they'll pop some. There'll be some undesirables. There'll be probably some trannies or some shit, and you have to sort them out. At least you know what you can get yourself into. You're like, okay, this is what likes me and this is what don't like me, and it's pretty easy here, man. Like just pick and choose, basically.
You got Taboo, you got Bumble, you got OK Cupid. If you want, I mean, if you really want to, I mean, I just look at those dating apps as like, it's like going to a bar. It just makes it a lot faster to meet whatever you want. But I mean, if you're not into like the whole dating app thing, just go ahead and just go to a local bar. I mean, don't go to a girly bar and think you're going to find your next wife there. I mean, so I mean, just at least pick where you're going to be going, and so that's the better thing. But yeah, just keep on swiping, and then eventually you get somebody. But like you said, the ladyboy thing, better be careful for that one.
Oh yeah, it's a lot. Just send if you're in doubt, just what do? Just ask them like for real. Like, just can you send me a voice message? A lot of them are not gonna hide their voice. They're just she can look like a nice, pretty, sexy lady, but she's gonna talk like any one of us. So they don't hide their voices here. They're not gonna hide their voices, and they're not gonna. There is a lot of how do you say threats against them, like for doing that sort of thing. So they are not gonna put themselves in those situations.
You had that incident with somebody from the armed forces, the one that that killed that one person. So I mean,
yeah,
at least that scared them now, that not to like mess with foreigners a little bit. So I mean, that puts some stain in that. But I mean, or when you're using the app, just before you swipe left or swipe right, whatever you're gonna do, just go 1 inch down, and you're gonna see if they actually put their profile, they actually put it in there. And if they're just look for features. Adam's apples. I don't understand how people can actually not look at an Adam's apple and all of a sudden, make a mistake.
Yeah, I never get that. Like, or the hands, or if any Filipina that is over 5'6" is questionable by default. Yeah, that is questionable. I mean, there's some, but it's very few. But you're not gonna find a 5'6" and up Filipina, a 5'9" Filipina in the province. You're not gonna find that.
Not really. It's all gonna be under 5'5", pretty much.
Yeah. Everybody's saying you look like Big Larry. Are you familiar with the guy?
Big Larry? Who's Big Larry?
Escape to the Philippines.
The what?
Escape to the Philippines channel.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look up who that guy is.
Yeah, he's like let's say he's a little bit weird, but he's I don't know. He's just
okay.
Yeah. But I mean, he's into the dating thing too. But he's more. How do you say? He's like out there, like fucking like freaking like prostitutes in one hand, and like paying, and he's
Got
into the
it, got
farm
it, got it.
shit.
Hey,
Yeah,
look,
yeah, yeah,
you
yeah,
know, it, that's not me, by the way.
yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah,
but I mean, no, that's cool and all. I don't care. I mean, but
yeah, 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 yeah. No,
but yeah.
no, no.
So
It's just saying. I mean, some people say I look like Rike for some reason. It is kind of crazy. This is fucking insult. Fuck you guys. Fuck you.
you know what? This is no joke. I literally just discovered him, and what's funny is I discovered him through you.
Uh-huh.
I actually literally had to go do a search, and I was like, who the hell is this Rike guy that everybody's like talking about, And then I looked at his stuff, and I was just like, oh wow, okay, all right, I get it. I was like, okay, and I mean, if coming from like you've never been exposed to him, like you saw it right away. I mean, it's not, you see it right away, and so that's the thing. Also, it's just like I don't understand, like, and that's the thing is like, I've actually met one foreigner literally last week, and he got his advice through Rike. And that's how he was approaching women.
How was he? How was it?
It was a pathetic thing to watch.
Oh,
I mean, it was,
really?
his the advice, the thing that he used was, well, he just told me that I need to be sincere. And I'm like, and I asked him, I said, okay, if somebody's gonna ask you to be sincere, how do you be sincere? And the dude
Mhm.
cannot even explain it. I'm like, exactly. So, that's the thing is like, what are you doing? And then like, so the dude showed me the video that he was watching, and there was this part where, that dude was like talking about, you need to be able to, be 30 feet away from the woman and pay
Mhm.
attention to her, but not be creepy and not be stocky. And
What the?
I told myself, I was like, you know what? Any guy that's 30 feet away from a woman's going to notice if he's staring at her.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know. It's pretty sad to me when I hear those kind of advice. I mean, like I'm not no god or anything like that from like hooking up with people and stuff like that. But I mean, I've had my fair shares, right? So it's like, but the thing though is just like I just don't understand like it. The advice that he gives is like go for somebody that's above your scale or grade. I mean, sure, why not go above for that? But the thing though with that is just that if he's teaching those people that, so what is the level that he think he is when his current girlfriend right now is not really that good looking either? So it's just like so I don't know. I'm like, but
Yeah, sometimes I don't get like a guy with like mediocre women and he doesn't do anything to improve himself, but then he's out giving dating advice. I was like, what's the point? Like I can get it if there's a guy like with a super hot girl and be like, all right, fine. Like, damn, how to get that? Or, but yeah, it's kind of crazy. Let me go down through the comments.
yeah, go.
Here is a super chat from JX. He said, "There's nothing wrong with spending money, but don't spend it all and go broke." That is true. As long as you know what to spend. Dude, your Nostradamus Geo is leaving the PH. I don't think he's leaving. He's always saying he's leaving. And then the other one, he probably paid $3.99. What is that one for, AJ? But yeah, then he's talking about how to pick up women at the mercado, like take out a map and pinpoint all the little mercado spots or whatever, the little spots where you find like the poorest of the poor, and then just stare at them, stalk at them, and read them or some shit like that, right? Like read them and then you approach them, and it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I think that's the one video that I saw that the guy showed me. And, the thing with that for me was just like, he was talking about, grab a map, don't go to the major cities, pick a small town that you want to be in and stuff like that. And I'm just like looking and then, and I say, it's like, why are you going to limit yourself with a smaller potential that you're going to meet? You should be able to, cast a wider net and see what you can find and just go around and just, but the thing though is like, there was that one video that I think like last week that you said where, you need to be able to first, don't come to the Philippines, committing to somebody. Don't just come over here and having pussy is pretty much your first thing that you should be thinking about. It really shouldn't be. I mean, the thing though is like, when you come here to the Philippines, you need to settle down first, before you start going around and trying to figure out, having or settling down with, because that's going to mess you up. If the first thing you're going to be thinking about coming to the Philippines, and this is what I'm saying is like, if you're coming here to move here, I'm not saying you're going to come here and visit. When you come here and visit and just to have some fun, hey, do what you need to do. But when you come here to move here, don't settle down right away with the first girl you're going to grab, because you're going to have buyer's remorse.
Oh yeah, definitely. That is a very good one, buyer's remorse, especially when the online dating and then they settle for one. So they spend all their time, years talking to this one girl just for that 1 minute they meet them and they have nothing in common whatsoever.
You see that a lot, like how, like, actually when I was in Angela City like last year, you see that a lot where they find that girl that they want to have that girlfriend experience with, yet the girl's on the phone texting and he's in his phone just chilling, drinking his coffee, his beer, and there's like no conversations happening. And that's going to happen when you the first thing that you go for a girl is because you want a girl who looks good, and then you don't have any conversation, topics at all, especially when there's difference of age. There's nothing wrong with differences of age. I mean, I'm old as hell. I got white hair everywhere, so it's like, but the thing though is just like, yeah, it's just have something in common. And I'm sorry to say, why go for somebody that cannot speak good English?
Yeah, exactly.
That I don't understand. I mean, at least have some conversational skills, not just the hi hello that they learned from some movie.
And that's a misconception a lot of foreigners give out. Like, they grab these girls that they have this English that is so fucking terrible, and they sell the Philippines like these women don't know how to talk. There's so many women out there that can speak better English than me. They can speak perfect English. There's a lot, and I'm surprised how it's very ignorant in the Philippine community, especially the expats that like never went to the Philippines, and you can tell their ignorance. Like, for example, they watch somebody like Filipino P, and they are like, "Wow, she speaks English." They're so surprised she speaks English. But little do they know, once they come into the Philippines, there's like a million of them that talk the same way, Yeah, so
yeah,
I don't get it.
My girlfriend speaks fluent English. Like, you wouldn't think that she's from the Philippines, and she's in marketing. She's a marketing exec. All she does is correct other writers on how to be able to do that. She runs those things. So I mean, it's like, yeah, a lot of them do. Even Filipinos that went to mediocre schools can speak a decent English, because they're all trying. Because right now the thing to do is to get a job at a BPO. So you have to have good diction to be able to go there.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of these guys, they're supposedly they're English teachers, but their English is like
I just found him out also through you, so I already know who you're talking about. I mean, just because you teach English ESL classes online does not make you an English teacher. So I mean, that's just my thing.
Yeah, Mr. Sass said $10 for B's ARS, anal reconstruction surgery.
Good Lord.
Jesus Christ, man.
We can get harsh here.
Yeah, they can get a little tough here, man. Fat Slob Blog is in the house. We got Ace Bachelor here. We got Steel Horses. We got William Mwenge. We got GF speaks great English. Yeah, a lot of guys, a lot of women. It's like that's the ignorance that a lot of people, the misconception that they don't speak great English, but they do. And like in Angeles City, those are, I think, the ones that you're seeing in the bars. Those are probably their bar finds. Like, you will see them dating on the restaurant, and the guy is out there having his beer, like, with a thumb up his ass, while the girl's on the cell phone trying to probably chatting me or some shit, like. Yeah. And those are the fucking simps. Those are the simps, the ones that are out there. You will never take a girl out to a restaurant or a freaking a bar, and she is not talking to you and she's on a cell phone. That's when you know you lost. Yeah, you're like, hell no, you're not getting. You might not get laid tonight unless you paid for it in advance. And another one, I would have to tell you guys: do not buy meals. Do not buy any meals for the family. I know it sounds a little bit, unless she's your wife. Unless she's your wife. Yeah.
Yeah, when you see that one foreigner with like 20 other Filipinos, at a Jollibee
Yeah,
or at a Kenny Rogers. You
yeah.
know,
They, don't-
those kind of
they
things.
don't give a
Yeah,
fuck about the foreigner. They're just there for the food. You know
that
that.
that whole lie of like, but I just met you and I don't know you yet, and I'm not. First of all, you already talked to him for so long, and then you're gonna meet for the first time, and then you don't have trust on him. Then don't talk to him or don't talk
Yeah,
to
yeah.
her. But the whole
Exactly.
bring the family or bring a friend. Number one is like they're going to be having a conversation, and you have no chance to be able to know anything about this girl. Your job is on that first date is to be able to know so much about this girl, and then all of a sudden you're just gonna let them talk, and then you can't speak Tagalog for anything. I mean, you,
Yeah, I find it really hilarious with all that kind of crazy shit that is going on. Also, another one. If you're dating a girl in the Philippines for the first time, the only way she 9 times out of 10 she's gonna, well, five out of five, half and half. It could be that she can bring that one friend. Like, let's say you take her out on a date, and she's gonna bring a female friend or a male friend or any sort of friend. The best way to know if she really likes you is when she shows up with that friend, you tell her, I just want to date you. I thought it was both of us. And if she insists on having that guy, that means, hell no, you ain't getting laid tonight. But if she talks to her friend and tells them whatever, and the friend fucks off, that means you have chances of getting laid big time, like 80% chance, you know?
and
And
talk to the friend
yeah,
first. Like engage the friend, befriend her, so then all of a sudden the friend trusts you enough to leave you with the girl.
because for me, I hardly that's the thing. Like for me, I'm a black and white guy, so
Mhm.
if she's not with the friend, well, I don't know your method, but my method is, if she comes up with a friend, I'm like, you know what, can you get her out? Because I thought we were talking to each other. I thought it was just both of us. And yeah, if she doesn't get rid of her friend, I just drive off. Fuck it. Like, I don't waste my time. I just go to the next one.
No,
That's
I
what I
get
used
that.
to
I
do.
mean, that's
Yeah,
establishing boundaries because I think a lot of
yeah,
people
yeah.
don't establish boundaries at first. So I mean, you can do either or, but yeah, right there alone, that shows that. And the thing though is, a Filipino will appreciate a man who's going to actually show a little cojones and stuff like that. I mean, if they need to, a little balls and stuff like that, because that's something that they're looking for. Unfortunately, and you see this a lot, where a lot of Filipinos have a lot of daddy issues.
Mm,
They just, it's just because their fathers cheated on their mothers. It was just easier. So I mean, the and it's just unfortunate. But the thing though is that knowing that is they're just looking for a guy who's not gonna be their dad. Kind of, it's like an
hmm.
opposite daddy issues than in the States, where you can take advantage of it. But here it's just they just want to find somebody who's gonna show strength in them, who's gonna be able to support them. And if you can do that, and I'm talking about the good Filipinos. I'm not talking about the crappy ones.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the thing. Another one, yeah, the daddy issues. Especially that's the main reason why a lot of them like to get into the age gap relationships. Maybe
Yep.
their dad wasn't there. Their dad probably hit them or fucked with them in the head. They did
Mhm.
something crazy to them, and then these old expats come over, and they take advantage of it. Like, wow, she loves me for me. But no, what she's trying to do is she's trying to relive her childhood. Have you ever seen any of these Tim K videos? How he's like basically the father, or like Henry, like Froggy, where he's basically the father. Like, they play the daddy role.
Yeah,
Uh,
the Tim K. I've never explored his videos. To be honest,
mhm,
I never explored his. But yeah, I've actually the whole father thing issue I heard from you, but then you had to support the video and stuff, and that's the thing also is like if a guy is trying to be the father, then you know what, that is kind of creepy. If that's your thought process of coming into a relationship is to be the daddy of this girl. I mean, I can hear that person, making her scream at bed and say, "Call me daddy" or something like that. I mean, just, I just, in regards for that, I'm like, yeah, I think that's the wrong way to look at it. And I mean, just, yeah, the whole daddy, being father issue is just wrong. I mean, you can't be the replacement because at the very same time as if you try to be the father, guess what? She's going to be trying to look for the husband later on, and she's going to
oh
leave
yeah,
you for that.
yeah, it's gonna happen. Like, once, this is the thing. Once she matures out of it, she's gonna already mature out of it, and she's gonna be like, oh, fine, I already experienced that. And then they go for somebody their age. They're gonna go for somebody their age. That's why a lot of these girls, they don't care. They enter these age gap relationships, and they know that the guy is gonna die, and they know that they're gonna have money, so they don't really care. Hey, what's up, King Bangs? How you doing? And Rick, thank you so much, Rick. I appreciate you. Jorge, ¿cómo estás, man? How you doing? English teacher, although he admits he doesn't teach much. Yeah. New album. Oh, for real? Damn, man. I gotta check that out. Yeah, check out King Bangs. He's a rapper and he does some good shit, man. You guys gotta check him out. King Bangs. I'll put out his link. I'll try to go to his I don't know if I can put his link down below. But let's see. Yeah, so once they grow out of it, it's kind of like us in, like kind of like guys, how sometimes we would want to experience a cougar or something like that. And yeah, it's fun for like a week or two. After that, we'll just fucking pack and go. Fuck this.
Hey, I lived in Arizona for a couple years, and that's like Cougar Nation right there. I mean, if you want to experience the whole cougar thing, but Arizona, Scottsdale.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's
I never
right
there. But yeah, King Bangs, I'll put your stuff out, your channel out. He says he has a new album out, so I'll put the link down below if you guys want to check him out. Yeah, he does some good raps, man. Like if you guys are into rap music. And then FSB, Gogo Bogo Sisters here. How you doing, Eric? What is it here? Eric Chavez. Multiple Facebook accounts and multiple foreigners commenting on their Facebook page. That's a good trigger. That's one thing that I did in my earlier videos about Filipino triggers, that they're gonna have accounts. Like they'll probably have like 2 or 3 accounts. I probably got like 50 accounts just to check up on them. But yeah, like if they block 2, I'll probably have like more like kind of deal. But the accounts, they'll use probably their name, or they'll use the name backwards. And yeah, always check for foreigners commenting. If she doesn't, or how much engagement she does with the foreigner. That is a big one here.
I would stay away from anybody who only has a Facebook page. I mean, my thing now is like, if I'm going to speak to somebody, it's an Instagram page, because then you can see something more updated. And then if you see like the posts are less than a year old for all of them, just go ahead and cancel out and don't even talk to them, because why is that account so new is my question. Where's your real account is the thing that I want to know. And so I don't even bother with Facebook as much. If I'm meeting somebody, it'll be Instagram.
Yeah, I just use that because a lot of people here, they use Facebook a lot. I have an Instagram for me, but I really don't I'm not much into it. But yeah, like you said, like those videos those accounts that are like a few months old, like that, just watch out, guys. Do not get into those. Like if the girl has less than 10 photos on her page or whatever, just fucking just block them, or just don't talk to them. I don't know. For me, that's what I would do. And I'm living here like 11 years now. And I'm not gonna be out there freaking wasting my time with that shit, Let's see. William and Wenge face off with Ghetto Joe on March 6th with Ghetto Joe. What, you're actually gonna do a live stream with him? Finally? Okay, Rain Man. And then what else can we talk about? The buy one, take all the family. Yeah, exactly. And always put your boundaries on, especially when you're coming in the airport. Don't let them it's nice, okay, if they pick you up with the family, but then just tell them you're tired. That's the best excuse. I'm tired. I just want to go to my room. Can you take me down there? I don't want to go to dinner, because they're going to expect you to go to dinner, go to freaking somewhere nice, and a nice restaurant, and buy for all of them and shit. Just tell them you got some jet lag. Can you take me back home? I kind of feel like I want to throw up. And yeah, if they don't do it, fuck them. If they don't do it, fuck them, But if they tell their family, hey, I'm going to take them out there and I'm going to put them to sleep, then sure, that's the one that she likes you, man. They do these little actions,
Yeah, no, number one is like, don't, make sure before you even come here that you tell them like, hey, listen, is it just going to be you picking me up? Or you can literally say, how about I just meet you at the Airbnb or the hotel I'm going to be at? Because there's no sense. Because the thing though is, what, she's going to have her family member bring their jeepney or something like that to help pick you up or something, or their owner or whatever it is. I mean,
Yeah.
who cares? I mean, just grab car it, go to the hotel that you're supposed to be in, Airbnb it, or if you're going to Airbnb, you can tell the host that your girl is going to meet you there, or to give her an authorization to go in early so they can meet you there. But that's the thing right there. Is like, what why do you want to have this grand entrance where all the Filipinos are looking at you? It's like, what, and all of a sudden here's your Filipina jumping in your arms and stuff like that. It's not always going to happen. There's going to be that awkward moment when you first see each other. You might as well experience the awkwardness together, away from people looking at you, and just go straight to the hotel. I mean, and the thing though is, like, it depends on when you're arriving, because most of the time you arrive here, 10 o'clock in the morning, or you arrive here at like 11 o'clock at night most of the time, if you're coming from the States.
Right.
I mean, that's me coming from Chicago. So, I mean, it all depends on what you want, but don't have family members around. Like literally put the boundaries, and you don't have to be mean about it. I would say literally, like, hey, I saw this video where somebody got picked up and the whole family was there. Is that how it's going to be when you come pick me up? Like, ask that question. Give situational questions to women. Give them a situational question without you being that mean person, and then state what you want to say about it, and then, go from there.
Yeah. Like, there's one from Pete Duffy. What if she brings her mother? I mean, yeah, that can be fine if she only brings her mom or like that. Like, it's fine as long as she told you in advance. But there's times where, but as long as she's not bringing the husband, the brother, and all their brother's kids and all that shit, sometimes it does get me pissed off, man. Like when, there would be women, and then they would have their sisters or brothers, and then they have their own kids, but then they expect me to buy their fucking dinner. Like, like you have your children, but they expect me to pay for your kids. Like, no. That kind of deal. Like, I would get pissed off, and I would kind of call it out. But I would say here, I kind of say it in a rough way, but I'm more like, I try to be tactful with it. Like in my mind, that's how I would think. And yeah, and also the thing is, a lot of them lie. I have to say the lying part, especially when they say, I'm coming by myself, and then you see one or two people in there. But this whole time she told you she was coming by herself. I've seen that. I've experienced it a lot.
And that's where obviously the guy shows the fact that he's not being, setting his borders ahead of time. So she feels that she can kind of break those borders a little bit, those boundaries. And, talking about the whole mother thing, what I would say to the Filipino, I'm like, hey, you know what? I definitely want to be able to meet your mom, but this is the first time I'm going to be meeting you. So can we have, some alone time, meet him? And then at the very same time then I can, get ready first or something like that, or settle down or get rested. And then I want to be able to meet your mom, and then move from there. But that first day that you're supposed to meet this girl, the mom is there or somebody's there. Or what's funny is, like, and this is just even basic first dates, even though you've been here in the Philippines for a while. And this happened to me. I went on a date with this girl, and I don't understand this about Filipinas, but they got like that Becky best friend.
Mm-hmm. Oh, fuck.
They all have that freaking Becky best friend that, I mean, I just don't understand. And look, I'm not gay bashing here. I have much respect for that. But my thing is just that, gay people in the Philippines is like extra, they got like extra fuel in them or something like that, because they are fiery. That's just me. I'm not trying to be offensive or anything like that, but, in the States, you have different levels, but here it's just like one level. And the girl bringing the Becky best friend is like the worst thing ever to have in a date or even a hangout.
Yeah. There's sometimes, they would tell me like, oh, I just brought my friend, she's cool. And I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, she's all right. And then, I don't know, later on when I'm on the way or something, it could be like, yeah, did I tell you she's gay? I'm like, what the fuck? It's not trying to be, gay bashing. Right? It's just that it makes the whole thing uncomfortable, and
Yeah.
especially when they speak to you, and then it's in front of a public people, and then Filipinos are, you know, if you're a foreigner, the eyes are on you. The eyes are on you when you're a foreigner.
Yep.
So as soon as you'd be speaking to the gay one or something like that, everybody's gonna be, oh, that foreigner's fucking gay.
Hmm.
Motherfuckers are back. Like they'll be they're gonna start, talking
Yeah.
shit, and
Exactly.
not talking shit, but they're gonna be spreading things. So if they see you out there, they're gonna say, "Oh man, that is that dude was with he was with a tranny last night," and
Yep.
they don't care about the girl that is out there.
No, because they're like, foreigners don't hang out with with a Becky or a tranny unless there's something going on. And another thing
Yeah.
is, what people don't understand is that, and I don't know if anybody know what Becky means. It's pretty much a gay guy, but that gay best friend that she has is actually hating on her because he can't get you. So he will actually be a deterrent from you to hook up with this girl. More than likely, he'll be the biggest cock blocker in the world.
Yeah,
You
they're
know?
usually the bad guys. In my experience, the gay friend is the bad guy usually. So
Hmm.
usually when I'm like, oh fuck, that means there's a cock block. Yeah. Let me see. Let me go. Thank you, FSB, for that Singaporean dollar. And we got Bogo Bogo sister, Gogo Bogo sister, for the super sticker. Thank you so much. Yeah. Um. Oh, this is Mike's Philippine journey. You can
Yeah, my
check out
man.
his channel. I'll put the link of your channel down below, and you guys can check it out. Mike's Philippine journey. If you guys want to come over, promote your channel, or whatever, it's fine. Yeah, why not? As long as you're out here being nice. Let me put his. I'm trying to get your link. Uh, I'll try to look, or you can send me the link through the
I'll
private
get you a
chat.
link about later on.
Yeah,
But I mean,
in the private chat.
my question is
Or
like,
you,
what's like one of the biggest problems that people had like dating Filipino is my biggest question. Like what's a
yeah,
lot of people like? What are the hangups and stuff like that? Because like the thing that was like, you know, as long as you have your rules, like you have Andy, you have your rules, right? And that's a good thing to have your
mhm.
rules and everything. But most of the time is people don't have rules when they come in here. They just come in here just thinking that it's just gonna start happening, whatever. And I think that's a big problem that ends up happening with people is like they come here and they don't set what they want to be able to have. And the thing though is if you're online dating and you're gonna come here to the Philippines and you're only talking to one girl, you're gonna get ready for a heartache. Something might happen when you come here. So I mean, because what they look like in camera in video sometimes is not what they're going to look like when you first see them.
Yeah, exactly. Like we have a big example one. Like the most popular one is Big Ed and Rose. The Big Ed guy, the one with no neck Ed or whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay,
yeah,
talking about the 90-day fiance or something like that, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the 90 Day
Okay.
Fiance. So the girl has all these pictures where she looks freaking sexy, white skinned,
Mm,
nice camera angles and shit. And then when you see her, she just looks like one of these fucking expats' girlfriend, like freaking like dirty, like a 2 out of 10. Like it doesn't even it doesn't even look right. And you're like the pictures she looks fucking like hot, like a 10 out of 10. But then
mhm.
when you see her in person, like on the 90 Day Fiancés, you're like, what the fuck is this? So I know for a fact that I can go for Big Ed on this one. That's why he was being cautious because I'm for sure like he was talking to her for so long, and
Mhm.
all of a sudden his expectations just went freaking out the window because he saw that girl. It was a totally different girl,
Yeah.
and I was surprised when I saw the TV show myself. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Yeah.
Yeah. My girl make me watch that show, like in
Uh-huh.
TLC and stuff like that. She makes me watch that, and I was just like shaking sometimes I can't even look sometimes, but but that's the thing also is like, I mean, he asked her to shave. I mean, what, you didn't know that she's hairy, So like he asked her that. But the thing those expectations is one of the biggest problems that a lot of people have. And when they come, when you come here to the Philippines and stuff like that, every Filipina here is so into their skin, is so into makeup that you have to understand that, I mean, you're not gonna get. I mean, it's like you're not gonna get what you paid for, as I'll pretty much say. So it's just be wary about it as well, you know. But at the same time, that big Ed guy also lied about his height, though.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you know, everyone's lying, and like your online presence, your like whatever your online profile is pretty much like a resume. Everybody lies in their resume. So I mean, you know, I don't know, but just and then don't wear freaking. I don't know why guys wear what do you call things? Those Hawaiian shirts.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's a guy out there wearing Hawaiian shirts.
This is not Hawaii. Why are you wearing Hawaiian shirts in the Philippines?
I think they're just big, and that's what they fits them, you know, since they're naturally
Okay.
baggy. For me, I have a few. I mean, I bought one just to make fun, just to dress up like this blogger. What was it? One come down to the Mercado, and then
I
then
have a
a
Hawaiian
blue
shirt
one.
also. Don't get me wrong. I have a Hawaiian shirt. I have no problem if you wear a Hawaiian shirt and you're I don't know, you're visiting the Philippines, but if you live here in the Philippines, it's not a normal staple. People are gonna make fun of you. And that's actually a target. If somebody's going after you, like they want to do something bad to you, whether you know a girl wants to scam you or somebody wants to rob you, if you're wearing a Hawaiian shirt, they're pretty much saying you're a newbie here. I mean, that's what you're announcing to people, and you need to be careful with that. You need to try to blend in as much as possible. And I don't blend in. I mean, I'm 195. I'm 5'11. You know, and you know, so I'm gonna stand out a little bit. But the thing though is, you have to try to blend in as much as possible.
Yeah, that is true. Where was my phone? I was going to show an example of a dating profile here. Let me see. Wait up 1 second. Where is my damn phone? Oh, I got it here. Let me send that to myself. So I got a dating profile here from a guy who just recently broke up with somebody. It's pretty hilarious if I can find it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I can go that in later on. I'll share. No. Fuck. So let's see. What do you want to tell me about some Tim K stuff? You can come on down, Mog. Come on down. Oh, we're gonna see something that it'll be really hilarious. Okay, it'll be for before the dating profile. I don't know what's your opinion on this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, everybody. I hope everybody's watching, and let me see your opinion on this video on the very first minute that I'm going to bring it up. So, how do you put share screen, app, and let me see. So here is this video. I don't know if you guys will see it, but I'm going to play it and tell me what you think. If it can get, hurry up, damn it. Oh, the play button. Do you guys hear it?
So who's this dude?
Tim K.
Oh, that's Tim K.
But you can hear it, right?
No.
You can't hear it?
Mm-mm.
Oh, sucks. So basically, I don't know if you see there. He found out his toilet wasn't working right,
Mm-hmm.
and so what he did is he looked into the toilets. He was out in Manila. He was in Makati for like a month or so, close to 5 weeks.
Okay.
Then he went back to Leyte, where his wife was, and then he saw that why is the toilet not working? He's just been there for less than a week. Why is the toilet not working? And then he goes out and checks the toilet, what's happening there. And then he finds this pregnancy test label on the toilet.
Inside
and
the
I'm
toilet?
like, huh?
Inside the toilet is where he found it? In the
Yeah, inside the toilet.
The water tank?
Uh-huh.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and I'm like, this dude has been for a month in Manila, but you see the toilet. It's inside the toilet, the freaking pregnancy test, and then you will see her body language. I'll try to download it actually.
So pretty much,
there were
if you said he was gone for a while, so pretty much she was probably messing around and wanted to make sure that she was negative before he came back home.
probably something like that for sure, because like you would see her body language, and they kind of have that dismissive tone, kind of shy. When you catch them with a lie.
Or they'll cover the mouth while they're laughing.
Yeah, they cover. Yeah, they do the little. They get scared, but at the same time they're giggling. Like you're so crazy. You're so paranoid. You're so crazy. Kind of laugh. It's pretty hilarious. Thank you, Gogo Bogo sister, for. Oh yeah, I did say you. Sorry, I'm skipping several chats, guys. If anybody else wants to come over, let's see. One, money and security. Yeah, that is true. In short, money and security is going to be the one that, at the end of the day, yeah. I can't say it for the bad reason. Sometimes, because of the poverty level and all that stuff. In a way, it kind of justifies it, but there would be some lies put into it. Who cares of what you think or what you wear? F them. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, some people sometimes they don't care what you wear or whatever. Coming into the Philippines, you can be in flip flops and basketball shorts, and you can still be laying down the pipe, 24/7. They don't care. The price is right.
Everyone's going to find the Filipino for them on what they're willing to accept. So I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, do you? That in the end, do you? Who cares? Who cares what I say or what Andy says and stuff like that? But that's the thing.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. No one makes fun of Andy, Rain Man. Let's see. I like the girl who don't wear panty with skirt. That's gonna be hard, man. I mean, there's girls that are gonna.
That's a lot of yeast infection right there.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be really hard to find girls like that in the Philippines. I mean, you're gonna have girls wear their dresses with shorts underneath. Two panties, a panty liner, and shorts, and a dress.
There's too much what they call alikabo here. There's too much dust here to go down there. So I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll find those type of girls in BGC, like the more modern girls and stuff like that who will do something like that. That's in the BGC area, but you better come correct over there.
Yeah, that's true. I'm gonna download the video, so I'm downloading the video so people didn't hear it. Then it says here, just have the voice for us, all ad lib. Oh, okay, I get it. Big age gap is making a mistake. My Filipina is 1 year younger. Perfect. Really?
I actually have a math problem for that one. For how young you should date. What's the youngest you should date?
What do you think in your opinion?
So the way this was told to me a long time ago. Actually, my dad taught me this. But your age divided by 2 plus 9, and you'll never go wrong. So like, just imagine if you're 18 years old, you divide that by 2. That's what 9 plus 9 is 18. So you'll never date somebody that's going to get you in trouble. So like, I'm 42. If I'm going to date whoever I'm going to date, divide that by 2. That's 21 plus 9, 30. So the youngest I'll date is 30. I mean, that's just something that I would kind of look into, because at the very same time is just imagine, you date somebody who's in the early 20s and you're like 60 years old. There's a big mix up right there. You're listening to Tom Jones and she's listening to, I don't know who nowadays are. So the thing with that is just that if people want the whole, big age gap, go ahead and do that. But you better have some, more patience for the person you're with. Like you said, like the one guy said earlier about, Filipinas are all in it for the money. So there's the counter look into it where all the foreigners want is just a pussy, a young pussy. So, and a future caregiver. So I mean, the thing though is each one of you guys are having a, getting what you want from it. So it's as long as everything is, there's nobody messing around, whatever, then I think it's a perfectly good. I mean, my girlfriend, for example, she's 36.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, I mean, but then some of you guys are gonna say, well, does she have kids? No, no kids, never been married.
And that's the thing. A lot of foreigner misconception is the kids. Oh, she's gonna have kids and this, or you're never gonna find a. Yeah, the biggest misconceptions here for foreigners is you're never gonna find a girl with no kids that's gonna like a foreigner. And the number two is what was the number two? Oh shit, I forgot. I just had that in my mind. God damn it. Yeah, but a lot. Oh, never gonna find a cherry Filipina, and there's plenty.
They're there. I mean,
there are.
I mean, you have to understand. This is the largest Christian-based country in Asia. So I mean, there's going to be people that have some of that belief. But the thing though is, if you want to date somebody who's still a virgin, I'm going to first of all look at what your age is. I mean, if that's really what you want. I mean, if you're a little bit of an older gentleman, if you're in my 40s, I would not want to date somebody like that, because for the reason is, there's some important stuff that's important for me in bed, and if they're still trying to learn and learn things, I don't want that. But going back to the, talking about, I remember now my thought about Ed and Rose and stuff like that. My girl always says, don't date hollow block girls. These are the girls that when you see their photos in the background is like the hollow blocks that's not even painted.
Oh yeah.
And stuff like that. If you see girls with that type of a paint job in the back of their photos, don't even bother doing that. To be honest, I'm just, if you feel that it's okay, that's fine. But for me, I would never do that.
Yeah, that's true, because at the end, they're just out there trying to get a better life kind of deal. And I mean, some guys don't care. Like, some guys are older. They're like, I'm going to die anyways. I'm just there. Yeah, but let's say this: she's in it for the money. You don't care. But what if you get a stroke and you can't move around anymore? What is she gonna do? Is she gonna stay there? Fuck no. She'll be taking things little by little until there's only you in the bed left.
That happened to a neighbor of mine literally a year ago. He had a stroke and his girl jetted. Now, in the States, that's happened too, where people leave their husbands or their wives because they get sick and they end up in the hospital. That happens also. But do you think especially if a girl here figures out that you don't even have her planned in your will, you're not there, she's not listed as your beneficiary and stuff like that, and all of a sudden you think she's going to stay around for you? What's that going to be for her, to be honest? I mean, you did the same thing, that person who dated that young girl did the same thing, right? All he wanted was to get the young girl. So you got your stuff. And I don't understand how expats end up moving down south, if you're, now I'm not a veteran myself, but I don't understand how veterans end up moving far away from the clinic down here, from St. Luke's, from all that stuff, that the benefits that they have here. I mean, it's tough in the Philippines. I mean, when they talk about especially when they don't get insurance here in the Philippines, I don't understand that.
Yeah. That's another funny one. Let's see. Plenty of well-educated. Let me see. Let me read that in the comments. ¿Qué pasa, amigo? ¿Cómo estás? I'm doing great, Francisco Salmeron. Take your age. Okay, what is this? Take your age minus your age at 18, best age. Okay, that can work too.
Hey, do you, Thomas? No, I have nothing wrong. I have nothing against that if that's how you feel it, man. But that's a good one.
Yeah. Let's see. Another one would be Reeker doesn't even date hollow block class. He's straight up squatter Nipa hut. Yeah. That at least the the hollow block girls are at least a little bit upper range. Yeah. This guy likes girls in the jungles.
or the ones that live in the cemeteries, the cemetery.
Have caravals in the back, like the bamboo walls. Yeah, that is straight out. Yeah, that's and you know what's so funny? Like, the guys out there giving money to them on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
And yet they have a vehicle, they have all this shit going on, and he doesn't even drive or anything, but he's giving them for car troubles and everything. That's a fucking simp, guys. So,
Or
you
the
know, if
guys
you
that
don't
be buying,
drive,
yeah, the
yeah,
guys that be buying the girls like those outfits to wear for them for a photo and a video and stuff like that. Like I don't get those. Like I mean, you want that schoolgirl outfit, fine, but that girl probably borrowed it from her friend, or
mhm.
probably has that outfit already because another guy already bought that for her. So she's just pretty much getting triple payment for that particular outfit.
Yeah, definitely.
I just don't understand it.
That's pretty hilarious. I'm trying to look at more stuff here. Let's see, Mrs. Heminger, Brian Farmer in the Philippines loves hollow block chicks. Oh yeah, that dude. That's one of the guys for me. I wouldn't trust. If he asks for any projects or any money, do not give it to him because he's not gonna pay anything back. Cemetery. Rike picked him up at the what chemistry? What did he say? Chemistry, Mogman. At chemistry, picked them up at the chemistry when picking out a plot. Yeah, but girls at the like. For me, I don't know about your opinion about
Mhm.
this. I don't like trying to pick up girls at the SMs, at the malls, at the Mercado. A lot of them they go out there because they're trying to either find work or trying to buy something or hanging out waiting for a friend. So
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't really like to bother them with that, especially at a Mercado, when they're trying to buy groceries,
Uh,
trying to haggle prices down. And then you see this dude coming over, this character.
so my take on that is that why do you want to date? Why do you want to try to go after a girl who's a moving target? So if you're in the mall and people are just, what do people do in the mall? They walk around. So when you try to go after somebody who's a moving target, that just makes it harder. But at the very same time, there's other choices that you can do. Mercado, especially for that one, I will say no, because first of all, I mean, the smell there already is already bad enough.
Yeah.
I mean, and if you're a foreigner, you're already being eyed out by people, right? So especially if you're doing that thing that Rike was talking about, where you have to be 30 feet away and you pay attention to them for like 5 minutes. If the girl's walking around and you're following her for 5 minutes, you're that creepy dude that's creeping up from the side looking at her. So
Yeah.
no to the Mercado, no to the. I mean, if you're in the malls, don't do it in the
Mhm.
hallways when you're people are walking around. If you're in a Starbucks, if you're in a chill mode and stuff like that, then that's perfectly fine. But the thing though with that is, don't be that person that goes in front of him like aggressively and just like like his advice was, come up to the girl, say hi, and stare at their eyes. That's
Yeah, that it is creepy as fuck, man.
And then wait for them to say something, hi, and then all of a sudden stare at them. That's like freak. That's creepy as hell. But I
It
mean,
is.
yeah, Mercado no, SM no. I mean, you go to a coffee shop. Now, here's my thing. If you're in a coffee shop, beware don't sit outside, because there's going to be working girls that's going to approach you in these coffee shops. I mean,
Mhm.
especially at nighttime. So, meet somebody who can actually walk in to Starbucks, not the people outside hoping that you bring them in to buy them Starbucks. So, I mean, that's where I would rather go, or something chill. I don't like going to clubs. How can you have a conversation with somebody? I'll, go someplace where, at least it's just a chill place is my option. But no to Mercado, no to SM, none to that.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna try to share the video again. This time is downloaded, and hopefully it has sound. Um, at least you guys can see the how.
In the trash. What is this?
Oh, pregnancy kit.
A pregnancy test? You want to know where that thing was, Chrissy?
No.
Oh my gosh, it was right. She put it right in the tank here. She threw it away in here, and then the toilet was having problems, and I couldn't figure out what's going on. So I reached my hand into the tank. Where is that thing? And I come up with this.
Look at
Why
her
were you
facial
hiding the
expressions.
pregnancy test? I mean, seriously, you threw it in the toilet tank? You threw it in the toilet tank? Oh my gosh, you're crazy.
You're crazy.
Guess she didn't want anyone.
Yeah, that's you saw that, that face when Filipinos lie, and they have that face that you caught them, but they're laughing. Oh, you're crazy.
Yeah, number one is like, my first question would be like, why are you hiding this from me? Number
Yeah, I
two
would be
is,
pissed.
why do you think it's funny when it's more of like something's wrong here? That's like a red flag automatically right there. Like we need to have this conversation right now.
Exactly.
When did this happen? First of all, that's the next question you'd be able to need to ask, because was this from pregnancy before? I need to be able to know now. I mean, right there alone, anywhere you go is a red flag already as it is. And he did not bring up, and he was just laughing at it.
He's so naive.
That's like not paying attention. That's not being, situational awareness, as they may say, right? So it's like, I don't know.
It's hilarious, situational awareness, and he was an infantry officer. That's your infantry officer, guys. There's lacking situational awareness. That's the type of guy you want to take to Iraq. Anyway, but yeah, I would be pissed as hell. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, I would stop fucking blogging, like, or throw the fucking, the camera. It's like, what the fuck, bitch? What is going? Why you have this pregnancy test? I've been out of the freaking Leyte for over a month, and now I find this on the toilet thing, inside the toilet.
Yeah, and if you're not familiar with Filipina body language, is if she's joking around, if she's like, oh, whatever, she'll be close to him. But when you walked out of the room, you saw her on the left side far away already, on the right side.
Oh yeah, she was already in the corner, ready to escape.
That was her running already. That was a running move already. That literally her saying, "I'm freaking guilty."
Exactly, guys. There you go.
I'm guilty. She was running away, and then you saw her. She backed out, and she saw that he was laughing with not a pissed off mood. Obviously, right? We can't see his face when he was approaching her. And she saw that he was not aware what's going on, and she went back to him. And then she felt safe. That's why she came back to him and just like started smiling. But if a Filipina is messing around and be like, oh my God, because when that happens, they're going to be embarrassed. I'm like, yeah, I put that. They're going to automatically say, oh, I put that there a while ago. Oh my God, I forgot. I was, But the fact is, when he turns around, she is nowhere to be found. Nowhere.
Exactly.
Right there alone is like red flag, and you're saying something's up with this. I mean, and these are things you have to understand, that Filipina body language is it's a little bit different from the States or from whatever, but it's right there alone. There's so many red flags that happen right there, and you need to pay attention to that.
And that is insane how he doesn't even know. Like Francisco Salmeron said, why is she taking a pregnancy test while he is not there? And that is brand new pregnancy test. It's not like that's a brand new pregnancy test. Like if it was old, you would see it deteriorating or anything like that. It's like, hey baby, I'm coming over. It's like, oh fuck, it's time to fucking go to the Mercury and buy me a pregnancy test. Oh man, it is hilarious. But yeah, it's easily busted. I don't care. Like, okay, there can be two possibilities. One, that can be a joke because he has multiple trolls, and that could be a joke per se, but still at the same time that would make her look like a whore. Regardless, it's gonna make her look like a fucking prostitute now. That's her reputation now.
And literally put him in a situation where he's a simp because the way he reacted.
But the body language is so authentic.
Yep, it was too authentic. It was, somebody who's not a Filipina actress, actually, even Filipina actresses, you can tell they're acting because there's not that good much actresses here in the Philippines, But
yeah,
the thing though is like that was so obvious that was her real reaction, reaction. You can see it.
John Boy. Oh yeah, there was this. He did a construction video, and there was this guy John Boy. It was this Filipino. And it's like a handsome-looking Filipino guy with a six-pack, all muscular and shit. And it was hilarious when they were giggling around. And he's like, "Hey guys, the subscribers are sending John Boy some equipment. It was funny, man. I'm like, this dude, like you clearly see, and then the father is hanging out with the John Boy character. Like they're both bonding together. You never see them bonding with the with the foreigner. It's like the son he never had, basically.
Oh, good Lord. Like,
That is funny. He doesn't see it. I don't know why. He doesn't see it. Yeah, he needs to get a DNA test, man. But if there's a new baby comes up, but that's crazy. Oh, and talking about dating profiles. Let's see. Sharing. We're gonna share a dating profile right here. Here's one where the wife is. She was on Cafe. That's where they met, and she was actually featured on the app. When your girlfriend is featured, when you're chatting a girl and she's featured on an app, that's a red flag.
that means a lot of people are hitting her up. That means she's she's trending on the site.
Yeah, exactly. She's trending. She's very popular. That is a red flag, guys. That means that there's a lot of simps out there sending money and all this crap. And yeah, definitely, it's a trending. Don't do it, guys. Don't do it. And now we talk about another dating profile here. This guy. So
I saw this one.
yeah. So Gio here, he's ready for marriage, which I don't know why is he ready for marriage if his wife Marcela Sanfilippo is in still has his last name. He says this is what we're talking about, the lying part, where he's 42, which he's like 49 now. Has all these hashtags: scuba, traveler, adventure, marriage, and fun. But he's none of the above. Like literally, I don't know if you ever seen his videos. He's none of the above.
I've seen
never seen him. Huh?
To be honest, I've seen his videos. So him and Enrique's where I've seen videos.
Yeah, like if you've seen Enrique, you've seen him. He's basically plagiarism king. So yeah, you never see him scuba diving. You never see him. Well, yeah, you do see a little adventure here and there, but it's all lies. And leaves the girl because she wants. And his current girlfriend wanted to get married and wanted to have a child, but of course he doesn't like it. He gets tired of her. He leaves her. He has children. Look, if you have kids back in the States, if you have 4 children here and 1 child in the Philippines and 3 kids back in the States, I think dating apps are not for you, because a lot of people will expose it and use it against you, especially Filipinas, especially your exes, Filipinas. They're going to use it against you, not just foreigner guys, but Filipinas as well. They would use anything and your past.
And Filipinas are really good investigators. I mean, they find every hidden thing about you. I mean, Filipinas may be very, innocent, maybe demure and stuff like that, but trust me, you don't want to piss them off because, I mean, they can go. I mean, and they're pretty jealous. They're naturally jealous just because of their surroundings, what they've seen their fathers, their brothers, their friends do, either their past boyfriends. It's easy to find a woman here in the Philippines. It's just the easiest thing. So, that's why Filipinas are very, they know that they're just the flavor of the week.
Yeah, exactly. But it's kind of insane how, these guys believe this kind of weird stuff about these girls, especially these blogs too. I don't know if you guys seen in those like when I first learned about the Philippines was probably around 2004. And that's when, in 2005, especially, when a lot of guys from Korea used to be stationed in Korea. They used to talk about the Philippines and all this stuff. So I went to look into it. And when I remember they used to have these websites talking about Filipinas this, God-fearing women, Filipinas that, blah, blah, blah. It's all propaganda, I think, in my opinion. Because once you come here, the rule of thumb here, if you come here, it's a Catholic country, yes, but whatever is Catholic here, just throw it out the window. Like I would safely say they don't really give a fuck about that here. So I mean, you can find girls that are not gonna, do anything with you in 2 years, or you're gonna find a girl that's gonna suck you off within an hour. So um, just throw out that Christian God fearing stuff out the window. I think, in my opinion, it's not really how you say. It's one of those stereotypes that, in my opinion, that it's not highly, used anymore.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, listen. I mean, there's nothing wrong. I mean, it's like, look, just because you're religious, that doesn't mean that you follow things by the book, right? So, I mean, the thing with that is there's some values that they have in it, but I think in the Philippines, having the fact that they have a false sense of what they call the Westernization or Americanization, and they take it like to the next level. I think that's where a lot of problems starts happening. I mean, like, it's like, I mean, the best way to look at it, why I agree with you, is that look at the entertainment that they have here in the Philippines. I mean, look at the shows. They have shows here where girls are scantily clad, dancing, this and that on an afternoon show, right? You
Yeah.
don't see that in the States. If you watch, the Filipino movies, if you look at the titles, you look at the posters, it's always about something about sex. It's always about, showing boobs, showing ass, and everything like that. So it's no, it's yeah, no, I completely agree.
Yeah, that's the thing with the daytime shows. A lot of the and there's a lot of guys like SJW guys who are easily offended here. Oh, Filipinos are not this, Filipinos are not that. And they came and they probably never came to the Philippines, and they talk about Filipinos just based on what they read. And a lot of them, they try to glorify these girls as some sort of nuns or something like that. And I would have to say, these girls are pretty much, they're closer. They're just Americanized, really. They're more Americanized than you think. You can go to a Mexican neighborhood, a black neighborhood, and you're gonna see the same thing, or an Asian neighborhood back in the States, or in wherever, any minority neighborhood in your country, and you're gonna see the same thing here, regardless. So don't think just because you're coming into the Philippines that everything's gonna be fucking flowers and gold and greener grass on the other side type of deal.
I mean, especially if you're in the more major cities. I mean, like, I'm in Quezon City, for example, and I mean, other than the fact of it being a little bit busy in traffic or whatever, the jeepneys and stuff like that, you're still in you're in a city, and so the people that you come up here really are Americanized or Westernized and stuff like that. And I mean, like here, I don't understand how here in the Philippines everyone thinks that every day is okay to go drinking. I mean, there's always a reason to party here, and they're always drinking. Like in the States, it was like, let's go on a Saturday, let's go on a Friday, maybe a Sunday, maybe an early Thursday. But here, it's like every day is like, it's all about drinking, and I have nothing wrong with that. But that's all they do here. Is they think that that's the thing to do.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to find a video. Let me see. I'm trying to PM somebody right here so they can send me you can see the body language of John Boy. John, I send you a PM. M, mysterious information guy. Link. And yeah, it's hilarious, the body language that you will see, like hanging
That one
them
that you're
hanging out.
talking about, that Tim's girl, whatever, was okay. Got it.
Yeah, because everybody's here like trending John Boy, hashtag John Boy and Chrissy, hashtag John Boy. Everybody's like, wow, John Boy. Oh my God, John Boy. He's probably the most famous guy in that channel, I have to say. I mean, he's very popular in the Philippines. He's like in one video, but the body language is so spot on, like so spot on.
That's hilarious.
You could tell, you already know when you're flirting with somebody. You have news of other womanizer Joe Garcia, an Australian, and I have no idea who that is, Alex. Gonna avoid child support again. I'm sure he might be. And yeah, but let's see what else is going on here. While I'm waiting for that information, there was supposed to be another person showing up, but he didn't. I think he went to sleep. Can buy Can't buy. I think they're talking about land. Oh, what is this? Chrissy's first sex is with a 300-pound sweaty guy that would have anyone expect her not doing guys her own age. Yeah. Uh, I think she was a virgin when he met her. But Jesus Christ, you guys.
That was
This
hard.
is yeah. But I don't know. For me, it's very annoying. Having I'm 36, and it's very annoying having a girl that is a virgin. It seriously is. It's just I don't have the patience for it. It's like I'm too old to be teaching. I know there's guys out there that's their turn on. They're like 50 something, 60, and they like teaching ththese girls. If you're into teaching little girls and shit, that's some weird shit, man. I know this is a guy half your age speaking. Like this is like a guy that's like younger speaking about this.
Yeah, and my thing is like, wouldn't you want to be with a woman who already knows what she wants, how to please herself, so that she can actually please you the right way? Because if she knows herself, then she's gonna know how to take care of you. So that's my thing. My part on that one. I'm not saying be with somebody that's been around the world and stuff like that, but I'm just saying it's like, look, I mean, I can't do somebody who's not experienced.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. So right now I am trying to copy the link. What are the tips do you think you have for these guys that are like, other than coming over? What other body language? Like, for example, when there's always usually this body language when they're in the house, uh, and you're in the house with the family and you're meeting them. What is something to look out for, you think? For me, it's more like, I think guys should learn some basic words of Tagalog or anything coming
For
here
sure.
into the Philippines, but at least pretend not to know it, not to know the language, so they cannot, like if you know Spanish or kind of like a little bit of Italian or Portuguese or something, you might be a little bit ahead of the game. But if you don't know jack of any of those languages, I think a few verses of Tagalog will help. But do not expose that you know the language. That is the number one. Do not expose the language until you're ready, because they can say some things about you and you don't even know it.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing though is, but also understand that a lot of times as Filipinos give them away because they think they're speaking Tagalog, but they actually said an English word.
Hmm.
So it's like so that's that they taglish it. But you should definitely know some of the words. I mean, like everybody's gonna know the typical gago and But the thing though is like sinungaling is one thing that you should know, so you can remember that they're calling you a liar or something like that.
Yeah.
Um, but what's funny here is those like the some Spanish, like some Mexican dessert, some Mexican swear words are actually desserts here. Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah, I've seen
It's
that.
like
Like,
puto in the States, is like it's a male bitch, and so like, here it's like a rice cake and stuff like that. They have mamon, pinche, and stuff like that. I started laughing because all my friends in the States, you know, were either Mexican or Puerto Rican descents. So it was just like making me laugh when I heard that here. No, but what I would say is like, you should definitely learn some of the words. You should really pay attention to start learning. I would say start learning like maybe about 3 words a day. That's not that hard at all. Learn 3 words a day and then learn how to construct some of the sentences, some basic stuff. You don't have to be grammarly correct here, but you need to be able to one up them. Don't make them think that you're like you're like a dumb foreigner who they can talk behind your back. So when you're in the house, if you're meeting some people, pay
mhm.
attention to people that are actually leaving the room and or turning their backs from you and talking about you. Because if a Filipino
Yeah.
really likes you, they will literally be close proximity to you. If you meet somebody and they within seconds they walk away and not wanting to know anything about you, then there's automatically something wrong that they think of you. So you know so that's the thing right there. And then don't I always tell people, don't be the guy that walks in and tries to be in the center of everything. Give respect for people, because you have to understand, people here, it's really weird. People want respect because they're older than you, even though the fact that they didn't earn respect. I always say, like, you have to earn my respect rather than me just respect you because you're older. but they still think here just because you're older, you have to give respect. Pay attention to that. Another thing is, pay attention to um, how they react to you, right? The thing though is that meaning that the moment you say hello to them, pay attention to like what they call micro responses, or and so if they frown, if they kind of do something like this, pay attention to those, to those, how the body language such as that, because it's Filipinos are very much nonverbal communicators, you
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
more than anything. They communicate more with body language than anything. Heck, they point with their lips here. So I mean, the thing though is you have to pay attention to those. And if you're not paying attention to those little nuances, something's gonna happen to you. So you're either gonna get taken advantage of, or you're gonna make the wrong decision.
Yeah.
So that's the thing right there. I mean, and then for people to say that Filipinos are non-confrontational, I've heard
Oh,
that so many times, from foreigners visiting here that I meet. I'm like, no, no, no. Don't mess with a Filipino. They will punch first before you even know. I mean,
yeah. There's a
Filipinos
lot.
love a good fight. And if you end up fighting one, there's going to be 30 people coming from the outside. I used to remember when I used to live in California, you never mess with the Samoans, because if you hit a
Oh,
Samoan,
fuck no.
the mother, the grandma is going to come in and beat the crap out of you. So, in the Philippines, the same exact thing. I mean, a lot of stuff that they talk about online, like you said earlier, are fictional. Those are
Exactly.
descriptions of Filipinas by the guys that used to live, by Americans that used to be here in the base. Maybe back then, maybe during the 60s and 70s, that was the right description of Filipinas. But because of the more Americanization and Westernizations here in the Philippines, it's changed. It's completely changed. You
Yeah,
know,
definitely. These girls are different now.
Yeah. And if you come across somebody who is, silent, who is demure, who is that, pay more close attention to that person, because something's up there, whether they're really a provincial girl who really does not know what's going on, and you should ask more questions, or they have an underlying plan. Because if unless you found a girl in the mountains of wherever Mount Pinatubo, whatever. I mean, I'm just saying, it's like, well, Mount Pinatubo is not a mountain anyways, but the thing though is like, then you have to understand they know what's up. Girls know what's up. Filipinas talk. Filipinas are Filipinos, number one. Filipinos are freaky. The reason why you can say that is because Philippines is the number one user of Pornhub. That's a
Oh yeah,
fact.
definitely.
That's a fact. Like they had to put a block in Pornhub here because that they were so embarrassed that it was a known fact that Filipinos consume Pornhub more than Americans consume Pornhub. That's something that's going to tell you guys. They're always wanting to find out what's the next big thing. So they know so much. And so knowledge is power. So these people have power, and they know what's up. They know what foreigners are going to give. They know what they can get from a foreigner. And yes, they want to be with a foreigner because some of them, wants to one up their child, right? Because if you're a halfsy here, right, you're going to have a better chance of living or move up in life compared to the other people. It's the truth. It's the truth. So, but yeah, pay close attention to body language, because that's what you're going to see a lot here. Um, and that's one of the things. I mean, I would say.
Yeah, definitely. The bad body language part. I'm having a little trouble with my Chrome at the moment. I might have to restart this. Well, not really restart it, but yeah. Wait 1 second. Let's see. I am back. Okay, so I did have another profile here, but it didn't show up. Can you guys hear me? Yeah. Right. Perfect. Let's see. I'm trying to show another share screen, another dating profile from a prominent member in the Philippine community. I don't know if
Wow.
you, yeah. People wanted to see this, so sorry I skipped a lot of comments, guys. I had to go through the profile stuff. So yeah, this is the one, Mr. Rike Mayo. The board. This was a long time ago, but I guess this was the one where he was trying to go to Cebu or whatever. This was probably 5 years old or 6 years
He's
old,
got
whatever.
highlight.
How old he is. Yeah, but it's hilarious how, looking for the 18 and 21 only, living within Lapu-Lapu, Philippines for relationships,
Yeah.
friendship, romance, and yeah, he's looking for love. He's always dating, always looking for love, but he will never find it. Um, with those dating tips, guys, I don't think with his dating tips, guys are not gonna find anything whatsoever. And I am sorry to say, but these websites are not that great. Just take them as a point of contact. That's it. There was an Australian guy years ago who believed they killed a woman he met in the Philippines because she bit his penis anyway. Then he met someone else and brought her to Australia, got married. Really? Wow. That's crazy. So yeah, that's insane.
That's
All right,
crazy.
another one. Make sure the wife has a good insurance. Killed her. Oh no. It seems men should just boom boom and never try to marry a Filipina. Sounds good. Yeah, that's another way to go. I know that as long as you know that what the woman wants, or what you're telling them in advance, then yeah, that's a good way to go right there. They'll. So I'm gonna play. I might play another video if I can find it. Oh no, I cannot. Jesus Christ. Um, but that's really it. That much. I don't know what the audience has. If they have any questions to say about dating, for sure. Cut her loose in the house and complete get her land. Besides, I have seen her blogs. Look at the bakla, not bakla. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, she had a gay dude. He probably thinks he's not gay. He's acting gay. Who knows? Get them likes up, fellas. Thank you so much, John Boy. John Boy is our national hero here in YouTube community. Thank you, John Boy. I know John Boy is getting the pipe, married pipe. He don't give a fuck. That's great about John Boy. John Boy banging hashtag. Oh, there we go. Yeah, John Boy banging. John Boy and Chrissy. John Boy equals Jody in the Philippines. Who knows? It could be. It's my John Boy. As for Timke, I feel sorry for Chrissy for having to sleep with that huge, fat, sweaty mess. He's so gross. Jesus. Oh, man. Mr. Joe is known as Ghetto Joe, and he can face the facts, okay? John Boy, the living legend. He is a living legend in this YouTube community. I have to say that straight out. And I might need to download this again because this is not working well. There's something that went on with my Chrome earlier that didn't do the sent. Okay. Oh, yeah, he sent it. John Boy is the helper helping himself.
Hey,
Whoa. It's
why not, right?
Yeah, why not? I mean, he's getting paid to bang, the wife. Might as well. That's a good job. Yeah, let's see what else. Chrissy got a free house. Boom. And that's true. She's getting a free house. And Juggernaut, I might make, let's see when I can make the, I'm still thinking of when to make the Adventures of Little Ricky 3. I have to do something with the Bachelor course or something like that. We'll see, man. But yeah, I'm still trying to get ideas on that. Okay, let me try to upload this video. And
the Bachelor course, was that like really a crazy thing? Was like how much was he charging for that course?
I don't know. it was for super members only. I think $20, $30. I don't know before, but then he put it on his membership because he's not getting any audience, so he bundled them up, and yeah,
You don't,
those are,
you
did you
don't
see?
take a membership course, any learning like that. It's just, just come with a with an open mind about it, and but at the very same thing is, like I don't understand those guys that does those where they pay money and then they have these parties where there's like, I don't know, like 100 Filipinas, then you have the foreigners
Oh,
there. Like I don't
don't do
understand
that.
that thing. Also, I saw that when I was in Cebu, and I was just laughing when that was going on, and I was like, why would you want to put yourself through that? Some of those girls are working girls.
Yeah, actually, that's the thing. Guys don't do that. Yeah, I see that, and you can see by their tattoos and everything. Those are just fucking prostitutes. They're just putting them out there, probably paying them 200 pesos to come over, and they're just prostitutes because these men pay like thousands of dollars to go into make these little parties. Yet, they just hire prostitutes. They probably even pay them to fuck, like give them 1.5. Just join in this party, get some free drinks, and fuck the guy. Most likely, that's what it is.
Yeah.
And I don't care if the company sues me. Fuck you, whoever they are. And yeah, they're just a bunch of pimps, a bunch of users, pimps. And why spend that money if you can easily get laid in the Philippines without any trouble whatsoever? And I will put John Boy here in a second. You're gonna see the body language. Now, this is the one I'm telling you. Check the body language.
Is that where he lives?
I think that's like one of their places. I have no idea,
Okay.
but yeah. So I'm gonna play it now. Can you guys hear it? No.
No.
That is so weird.
Okay, you see that right there? Him
Yeah.
walking his back right there. That's the body language of self-soothing. So he's
Yeah, like oh my god, he like why is he putting me on the camera?
Yeah, so
Ooh.
so right there, and I'm not saying like you pay attention to body language, but it's not just about a single act of body language. It's continuous stuff that you're seeing in a row. So when you
yeah.
like right now I'm crossing my arms. That doesn't mean I'm being I'm holding back or whatever. No, you have to pay attention. Is he doing multiple things? Now, see, like him walking right now. So he's doing
like cautious.
He's caution, but you see how his hands are in his hips right there. That's literally him saying, "Look at my junk," and so he's that's peacocking right there. So him standing right there because look, he's getting close to her. So pay attention to right there. He's getting close to her. So he's like, yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Okay. So, I mean.
Okay. Let me see. Yeah. I know what you're saying. Oh, you can hear it now. Okay. Let me. Oh, there we go. We can hear it now. Yeah, when he comes over, yeah, like right there, self-soothing.
Now she leaves. That's he's that.
Like, but you would look at her face like shit.
Yeah.
Like as soon as she got the scissors,
Awesome.
like look at her face. Look at her face.
Yep. She's giddy.
Like, look at him and then look at her at the same time. And then of course, they do the gift wrapping and all this. And but look at how they're not making eye contact at the moment. Like they're like really.
First thing, gotta know where the trash goes.
Yeah, no,
First thing, he's been working.
like here you go, like here you go.
Yeah, she can't look at him.
So she cannot.
She cannot.
And this is real stuff, guys. Like you guys have to make sure these are basic, like I don't want to sound like biased and say this is basic Filipino stuff, but like I've been here for years and this is the kind of attitude I would see on a lot of foreigner guys and a lot of I don't know if he pays taxes in his channel, man. But yeah, this is what I see a lot. And then
on the house?
Yeah.
they're
Digging the ground.
You see how she can't even. She looked at him and then looked away right away.
Yeah. Like they're both.
Looked away
He's
when
like
he was,
he's shocked, but she cannot. That language like that. She's trying to like comfort herself in that situation. Look at her shoulders, like.
If this was me seeing this interaction, like for me, wise, I'm like, I'm not going to accuse them of having a relationship, but at the very same time, it gives me the mindset to let me look into this further, because maybe they're starting to have that fire, starting to burn, and there's interest between each other. They just haven't said it yet, but that's just like one red horse away.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Or they're digging for the wall in the back.
He's still not looking at him. Like,
With the list, Chrissy,
it's still not trying to look at And
then you saw that she looked, but she didn't even look at him. She went past his chest and looked away. Can't even talk to him. I mean, if you're gonna be handing somebody, right? When you give somebody a gift, let's say, wouldn't you want to see their interaction? Like they're so happy that you gave it to them. I mean, and that's the thing. Filipinas love to see you enjoy something that they give you. Like if they give you a gift, they want instant gratification of you saying, "Oh, thank you so much," or "This was really amazing. You're so thoughtful." But her not even looking in his eyes and just looking left and right, she's trying to hide some form of a feeling there where she doesn't want videotaping this right now.
Exactly. It keeps.
So now you came up with a list, Chrissy, right? Or he came up
with a list. Right there again. Mm-hmm. And then I guess some more, another one.
What does this tattoo mean?
Rice cooker.
He has a tattoo. Maybe it says Chrissy or something.
Still see no look at all.
Yeah, zero looks at him.
Zero. Now, mind you, that right there is the perfect look for if you're trying to meet a Filipina. If she can't look at you and you're in close proximity and you're actually interacting, she actually likes you. It's not her staring in your eyes and saying, "Oh, I want to see you." No. If she can't look at you straight but is giggling and is in close proximity with you and is actually interacting with you or talking to you but still can't look at you, she's actually shy. Especially if she's covering her mouth while she's trying to talk. She doesn't want you to see her grill or whatever. That's the thing right there. People think that, no, I have to have eye contact with her. No. Her not having eye contact with you on a close proximity where you're actually having a conversation shows that she actually likes you, not the other way that people think how it is in America. So she has feelings for the guy.
Yeah, it clearly shows. Like, we'll play it again. Just I know he's watching it, but the husband might be watching. Like she looks at him giggling, but then he turns around at him like, yeah, like she's kind of like, it gives a different look. Okay. Now he's not clearly looking at him, but still, it's just like she's just passing, just going to the next one. Like, let's get this over with, like it's just going directly. Let's get this over with.
So like there's that comment right now from Thomas, Mr. G, the law is you have to catch them in the act while it's happening. That's only for the woman to the man. The man can actually just accuse the woman if she is within close proximity to the guy. He can actually charge her with something different. There's two different laws here. I forgot the words that the words that they use. But the guy you have to catch in the act of doing something to be considered adulterous. But for the woman, you just have to say that they were together, and you can actually accuse them for that. So there's two laws with that. That's pretty much how that works.
Embarrassing as a chubby. It's just very funny. We don't want to watch him, but then that body language is hilarious. The giggling part, like it's like two kids you caught, like, and then afterwards, like, you caught them in trouble, and then they don't really look at each other again.
Yeah. Thank you to the subscriber.
Is that when you were in 8th grade and you got caught by the teacher or something?
Yeah, you caught them like for example, like, middle school, you caught kissing, and then the next day you don't really look at each other because you might get in trouble again, kind of deal. Exactly. Lord, it's hilarious. And of course the dad is chilling with the guy, that they're best buddies. The son he never had.
So that's the father right there?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
The son he never had. The chilling with the boy. John Boy, man, he's a pimp. I give respects to him. If you guys want, he should make his own YouTube channel. Seriously, John Boy dating tips. That guy, that guy be getting pussy.
Probably could.
Yeah, John
You
Boy,
can,
if
yeah,
you're
I mean,
listening to this,
you
please
could have
come over
100
and
subscribers and girls who would be like, "Oh my God, you're a YouTuber." I
yeah,
mean, like,
exactly.
so that's pretty much for that one. I mean,
We're gonna see we're gonna see one of these days. I hope John Boy, Chrissy, if you're listening, please tell John Boy to make his YouTube channel. I'm sure he's gonna be popular with the ladies. Wink, wink. Yeah.
I'm sure somebody's
The
gonna
Love
donate an
Shack,
iPhone 6 or something.
Love Shack songs and everything is going on, but definitely I might have to cut this already because it's almost gonna be 2 hours,
Oh, crap, for real?
and it's been really fun. Yeah, it's 1:45. It's been really fun. Tattoo of Chrissy. John Boy. There, the John Boy is trending here.
He is trending.
Yeah, hashtag John Boy. Any condoms in that box?
Well,
Oh,
yeah, probably.
yeah.
And,
I mean, I don't think
for the
there were
guys
any
that are coming
condoms.
down here, bring your own condoms. Don't
Yeah.
don't trust the Filipino condoms.
You know what's sad? Yeah, there was no condoms in that box. Otherwise, there wouldn't be no pregnancy test on the toilet bowl. On the toilet. We have different perceptions. That he asked her to come up with the list? Who knows? Mine is lived in. You guys are all talking. Well, let's see. It could be Tim K also has the camera for more views and subs. She has a nice little set. Da, da, da. Yeah, it's so going crazy here. A lot of John Boys. Let's see. Imagine being jealous of these bums, Andy Omar. Yeah, guys like Freaky. His reflection is to deflect. His criticism is, oh, this guy is jealous. This guy is jealous of me. I'm like, there is nothing jealous to be about this guy. You have this some monster of Cebu. When people call you the monster of Cebu, they call you the kid fiddler. You have plenty of stories and accusation by Filipinos, by foreigners. When you're one of the most hated dudes on YouTube, that is not jealousy. That is, I don't know what that is. But yeah, guys, if you guys want to hear more about Mike, he has his channel, and I'll post it up again. Mike's Philippine, what is it? Adventure or Mike's Philippine
Journey.
Life? Mike's
Journey.
Philippine Journey. So,
I mean, it's for fun. Like, actually, like, my girl's the one who told me to put it up just for the fun of it, because she was just like,
yeah.
Because, like, dude, I've been stuck in freaking inside. I mean, like, I do all my work just on conference chats and stuff like that. So she's like, just start making some videos. And I'm like, look, if one of the videos pisses you off, you better not get mad. And she's like, no. So, I said, fine.
Yeah, that's kind of like with me at the moment. I cannot really make any crazy videos at this time. I would if I could, like how to set up a dating profile and stuff like. But yeah, and that's one of the things. If you're having somebody involved in your life, you cannot really do that. Those kind of videos, like I said in my last videos, women are gonna stop you from being great, so you cannot make those type of stuff. But yeah, that's his channel right there if you guys want to check it out. But definitely jealous. Tim K Booze, what is it? I'm jealous of there's a lot of people that say I'm jealous of John Boy for threesomes are coming in the actually that is true. I don't know if we can get into deeper subject about that.
Are we talking about threesomes here?
Yeah, it's like a dime in a dozen here in the Philippines. Especially with the hoes coming here. Sometimes they bring their friend. And, if you're bringing a girl that's questionable and, or her cousin, 9 times out of 10, I mean, if they're really reluctant to go out and drink with you and their questionable lifestyle, then threesomes are very common. They'll probably kiss each other and do whatever the hell, even though they're family. It's crazy.
Yeah, there's two parts to think about that, right? If you're here to have some fun and you're just here to do your sow your wild oats, go to Angeles City, go to Ermita, go to Mango Square if you're in Cebu and all that stuff. Can you do it? Of course you can. It's pay to play, right? But just be
Yeah.
careful with it because, always pick up a girl, meet girls the right way, not somebody recommending. But if you're talking about like, that's the fun part. If you want to talk about, you actually dating around here, it's so common and you can actually meet decent women because they want to just explore themselves. Now,
Yeah, they do.
They do. I mean, for them to say that Filipinas are not that demure, they may show it because it's the appearance. They need to be able to. It's like the whole Japanese Asian thing. Like the appearance has to be there, but once you're partying, once you're having some fun, they want to try new things also. So you are, and that's the thing because they feel that in America it's normal to have threesomes. That's what they're going to say. It's normal. So they want to say, well, I want to be a westernized person and I want to try that. And they will actually do it.
Yeah, they will.
But don't try. But here's the thing. Don't do it to try to like, I love you. I want to be with you. And, the only way I'm going to stay in with you is if you do this with me. That's lying. Be truthful. But trust me, a lot of them will offer to you. I mean.
Yeah, they will. This is the thing. Like, just be cool with people.
Yeah.
Make friends. Make a little circle of girls, like friends. Come over, drink on the regular, and then just one day, just pop it out. Like, man, or maybe mess with one, and then mess with the other one, and then one day, I'm like, just pretend you're drunk and talking and say, hey, I was with you and I was with you. I'm wondering what's going. Just like that, and they will be into the idea. I don't really like to talk about that in my videos, but it's really one of those things that is true. So these can be women with normal, regular jobs. You don't really have to. If you want the quick one, yeah, you can find girls that do that easily. Probably 90% of the girls are going to do a threesome regardless if you pay.
Yeah, see the question though. See, here's what I've learned also. The question is the quality of that type of act with somebody that you meet in the bar and like the girly bars and stuff like that is not going to be as good as the people who actually wanted to do it for real. Because if a person actually is offering it that they want to try it, they're going to be more into it. The other ones, I mean, if you watch some old school Filipino porn, whatever, and you see like a threesome going on, it's like that one girl on the cell phone in the corner texting while you're, it's like, no, that's what you call paid for play. You're not going to get the full experience. But if you actually get with somebody who does it openly, they want to try it, either their friends and stuff like that, and you'd be surprised. A lot of, you will get it more likely with two girls that are good friends because they just want to try it as well. So, I'm going to get in trouble for this one, but
me too.
But it's the truth. I mean, it's just the truth. So are you going to be able to experience that in the Philippines? Of course. Is it more likely you experience a real one here in the Philippines compared to the States or Europe? Of course. It's just the truth. I'm not going to lie about it, but it can happen more. There's a higher chance it's going to happen to you here in the States. I mean, here in the Philippines than in the States. So it's like
it definitely it will be here,
especially if you're in BGC area and Quezon City. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
You have a higher chance.
The BGC area girls and the Makati girls.
Yeah, you have a higher chance.
They want to be westernized.
Exactly. You have a higher chance with actually the what do you call saying the people who are making some money here, the middle people to the higher people. Because those are the people that are more wanting to be more westernized and prove to the world whatever that, and then at the same time is break away from daddy and stuff like that or daddy issues.
Oh yeah,
that's going to happen more if you go to certain areas. BGC, Quezon City, Makati, Alabang, literally straight up Alabang. That's perfect. I mean,
yeah, that's the thing. You guys, if you guys want to, all you guys need to do is have a nice, clean pad, minimalist place, to set your operations.
I love Chicago. Where I'm from.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely a nice, clean pad, safe and private. You always have to make that privacy thing, maybe a subdivision or
doing
whatever.
The Geo's hand,
alleyway.
I don't have small hands though, so I'm good.
Yeah. Not in the ghetto alleyway, where Gio's gay hand. Oh yeah, Gio like, oh,
You guys go.
Yeah, because he's always, he's always, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that, so like, for me wise, I naturally talk to my hand, so like, the whole square thing, whatever, but I don't do this. That's the
No, he's like, oh, ew, you want the facial? Like,
Mhm.
like, what the fuck? Like, this dude's like a freaking, supposedly he's like an army veteran, but I guess he was,
East of
I don't know
Chicago.
what the fuck he was, but yeah,
Oh man,
pummeling him.
I'm from Bolingbrook. Bolingbrook area is where I grew up, but then I also grew up in Skokie.
But like I said, just have a nice clean pad, make it safe. And condo, mostly, condos, subdivisions, whatever. As long as it's nice and clean and you have a wide assortment of liquor and party stuff, music, because girls love music. Music is the one thing, nice little speaker set. You'll be golden. You'll
Yep.
be golden. Good food and shit. Yeah, you'll be golden. It's like a panty dropper and shit,
Yeah.
You,
Exactly. You move here to the Philippines and then you try to do the condo unit. Or I love it, like, oh, I live in a 1-bedroom condo. No, you don't. You live in a studio apartment. They just put a little border that looks like it's a 1-bedroom. Like, I moved in here. I got myself a 3-bedroom by myself. Why did I do that? Because I'm expecting to have friends visit me. I'm expecting to have people come by and stuff like that. I wanted a separate room for my office when I'm doing a lot of stuff. So that's what I did. I wanted a bigger space, and at the same time, I wanted to entertain people if they come in, because there's things that you can do, and so that's have liquor, have some good music, and for God's sakes, don't paint your walls green. Like, I'm talking about the lime green that everybody does. I don't know why that's a natural color. I mean, for people here, when I see a lime green wall, I'm already throwing shade at a person, right? I'm talking about, what I'm talking about, right? The lime green walls, or I'm sorry, the Hello Kitty wallpapers. I hate those. If I see a girl with a Hello Kitty wallpaper, I'm not even going to talk to her.
Yeah, that is a little bit weird. But yeah, like, just have a nice clear background. Like me, I have a suit brown. It looks black, a suit brown, suit color, or any type of weird, or some different dark colors. They're all into that. Like, they really love it, because most of the time they grew up in Philippines, in their house, yellow walls, green wall, white walls, and their life. It's just too traditional. A lot of these girls, they want to break away from that. And especially, when they meet somebody and they loving comedy, the number one dating in the Philippines, comedy. As long as you're, hilarious, joke around with people, you're not uptight. Oh man, you'll be golden here in the Philippines, man. You'll be golden.
And people here are corny as hell. So don't be shy to say some stupid joke, because they love corny jokes. Like, you can, you can come up with some corny jokes and it's going to be perfectly fine. The thing though is, you just have to be able to be, you just have to be able to converse with people. You have to talk to people. If you think that you're just going to sit down, sit back and then it's going to be it. No, talk to them. And the thing that I always tell people is, try not to use what they call close-ended questions. Actually use open-ended questions. Allow them to be able to explain them more, because Filipinos like talking so much. So if you give them the opportunity to talk and you ask them an open-ended question and you just follow it up with, like, really, tell me more. And they will just keep on talking. And then guess what? If you make them talk, then they actually like you even more. And that's all that it is.
Oh, man. Yeah, I kind of find it kind of funny how they love those perverted. A lot of jokes in the Philippines are perverted or bashing. Some people say, "Oh, this person's bashing," but I don't know if you people learn Tagalog, and once you find these TV shows, these daytime shows, most of their jokes, it's just bashing on other people, sarcasm, bashing on other people, making fun of them.
A lot of deprecation going on. I mean, like, you can, if you, and the thing is, a lot of people are not willing to self-deprecate themselves, but if you can self-deprecate yourselves, people will enjoy that about you. Like,
they love it.
Like, if somebody like says something, oh, Mike, you know what, you sweat too much. Yeah, I do. Heck yeah, I do. I mean, like right now, for example, the AC's on, right?
Mhm.
but I'm sweating a little bit, but I don't care. I'm like, the thing is, if you can self-deprecate, you're gonna actually get a lot of women to want to talk to you a little bit more.
Yeah, the joking part, or sometimes make fun of them, but not in a really bashing way, but jokingly, like
Mhm.
negging. They love. I don't know why they love that. Like, oh, look at that. Like sometimes with a mole or the type of smile, anything you can pick from a girl, but in a playful way, not in
Mhm.
a they. I don't know why they love it, and they just eat it up. And but after you do that, and of course give out compliments, so you
Mhm.
don't be nagging the whole time. They love it. It's just one of those things that I don't understand why a girl would like you more if you make a joke about them compared to giving them a compliment for some reason.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people mistaken like there's this old concept like during the around 2000 in the States where they talk about what they call the negging part, right? And I think a
Hmm.
lot of people got negging the wrong way. Negging is used
Yeah,
to actually set yourself up for a compliment, but not to really put down the person. If you think a person like, "Oh, you're ugly as hell," you think that's
yeah,
going to get your
yeah.
response, not. And then never ever one thing that I will say stay away from is talk about a girl's skin color, talk about a girl's family, right? That's something you can't
Yeah.
make fun of because that's going out the boundaries. But I can say something like, "Oh my God, don't put your hands up. Your kili is really dark." I'll say something
Sometimes
like that, and then they'll put their hands down and be like, "Oh my God, stop!" I'm like, "I'm kidding, I'm kidding." I was like, "No,
no
later on
some,
today, and then I'll say later on today we're going to go to Mercury Drug and I'm going to go buy you some whitening soap. You know,
Yeah, sometimes
you know,
I'll make fun of them, like the skin color. Like I will take a selfie with them, like take a selfie, and I'm like,
uh,
oh damn, you're a little bit too dark. Let me put on the flash, and and they will start cracking up, like, hey,
that
you're
one
not
works.
you,
Yeah, that one actually works. Or like I need to use a filter on you really quick. But what I'm
Yeah,
talking
yeah. Let
about,
me
like
use the
the
filter.
skin
You look a
color is
little bit
like
too dark on this one.
yeah, not when I talk about skin colors, like what you have to do is like using a cell phone like that. You're using a prop rather than going directly straight at them. Like, oh my God, you're so dark. But you can use like a prop like that
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
works
yeah.
perfectly well. For me wise, like you can do something like if you're in a bar and they're drinking a beer and like, oh, I can't hang out with you. You drink beer. And so it's like a neg, but it's not really a neg, right? You're just like I can't hang out, not unless you're a Red Horse drinker, right? And so it's in a way to because the thing though is if you get a girl to drink one Red Horse, it loosens things up a little bit. I'm not saying
Yeah,
like get her to drink like 4 or 5 Red Horses. That's a
yeah. Don't get her more than one. Just one is enough, I think,
yeah,
for a lot of them, and then just go light.
yeah. The thing though is just you just get the thing whole talking thing. I mean, but yeah, it's just what they say is like you don't have to say interesting things. Just be interesting.
Yeah. Also,
Like
like here, the gossip thing, it does somewhat work. Especially, I don't know why. Like a lot of them lately, like when I meet, sometimes they see my videos and they're like, "Oh, well, tell me about Ricky. I want to." I was like, "What the fuck?" They just love fucking talking shit about like things like that. They just love it. I don't know why.
gossip,
They're-
gossip is a big thing here.
they love bashing.
Yeah, I mean, but see, it comes naturally because that just makes people feel good, right? But they take Filipinos take bashing to the next level. I
Oh
mean,
yeah, they do.
the truth is, and this is no joke. Like, I can't wait to see the Filipino comments in your thread later on today about what they say about me. And I'm gonna enjoy about it and laugh if somebody does say something or anything at all. But that's an amazing thing here. Is like when you have to know these things. Like if you're thinking about coming here to the Philippines and you're starting to learn these certain things that we're talking about, it's knowledge that you can take advantage of when you come here because it really is the truth. I'm not going to tell
Yeah,
you that it's easy to pick up women left and right. You know, it depends on the person. Are you going to actually go out there and talk to people? Because if you're not, you know what? Just go ahead to Mango Street and go ahead to the Walking Street and pick up a girl there. If you really want to meet somebody here, if you want, then talk to people. Be willing to talk, but at the same time, as just say something. Just keep on talking. That's all I can say. If you talk more and you ask questions, then they're gonna respond to you. You know.
Yeah, it's all about, having fun and joking. Yeah, bashing in the daytime shows everything. It's the sarcasm is weird. It's really in their jokes, their sarcastic jokes, they will take it up to the next level.
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of insane, but they do. But definitely, that's some of the topics you guys would. If you guys do this, I think you'll be laid 100%. There's really no, go up for the threesomes and everything like that. When a Filipina, she gets mean. Yeah, that too. So Smirnoffs, San Miguel Apple now, San Miguel Apple,
San
things
Miguel
like
Apple,
that.
that was surprising that I actually enjoyed drinking San Miguel Apples. What's if you're gonna be dating with Filipinas, have her drink that Korean drink, soju.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Order her some of that. You're gonna don't make her drink more than a bottle. Because that's gonna take you to the next level. But I mean, just do that. And then the thing though is like if you're gonna go with a girl, don't spend too much money on your first date.
Yeah, the thing is here, the reason why it's mainly drinks that we're talking about, it's that in Philippine culture, it's like sharing drinks. It's very prominent here. I mean,
Yep.
you see it at little kids' parties, you see it
Mhm.
at funerals, you
Yep.
see it everywhere. So sharing drinks. If you're not a drinker in the and you come to the Philippines, I mean, I don't know, man. You might as well. I don't know what you're gonna date or what you're gonna do, but like you said earlier, the soju and all that. Yeah, there's a Korean trend going on. So of course, not a lot of them can afford the soju. And, you give the soju, and I was like, oh shit, you're busting out it's the big shit for them. Wow, you're busting out the big shit now.
It only costs like $3 for a bottle. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
not really that expensive. And if
Yeah,
you're
but
gonna,
for them, it's like because of course they don't know things like Johnny Walker or Jack Daniel. Not a lot of them are gonna be into it anyway.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it's all about tanduay, lapad, long necks, the gins. I think that most people, if you're gonna come to the Philippines, just go ahead and see really where your alcohol limit is because it might get tested when you come here to the Philippines. You're gonna get tested in
Yeah.
your alcohol, and you don't want to be that foreigner who's drunk. You don't want to be that drunkest person in the room. Because you never know, and so
Yeah.
you always have to play it safe. You always have to approach things here that there's somebody about to take advantage of you at any given moment. When you actually have that thought and that mindset, and you know that could potentially happen, then you pay attention. Never be the drunkest guy in the room. I don't understand foreigners that are just getting drunk and
Yeah, they're getting drunk all the time. It's a turnoff, as long as they like they like guys who hold their liquor and like talking. Talking is king here. Just talk, 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 talk about whatever. But as long as you're talking and you put some jokes into it, hey,
Mhm.
why not?
and never think that you can outdrink a Filipina because most of the time is these girls can drink more than you. Most of the time. I've seen
Yeah,
Filipinas put down liquor like it was just water. And so don't think that, well, let me get her drunk so I can get some. I'm like, no, I'm like, you know what? Won't you rather just have like meet somebody and actually enjoy yourself all throughout the day, all throughout the night at least, And so that's my thing. But yeah, I mean, alcohol is good, but choose the right ones.
I think Tom Jones. That's a good one too. You have big hands. You know what's up. Yeah, I've seen that. I heard that before.
Well,
It
because
does
they have
work.
that belief, right? Because of course they can't say, I mean, okay, so just for the fun of it, I mean, you guys can actually look this up. There's actually a world chart on that. The average Filipino penis is 3 inches. So I mean,
Canada.
so when they see hands, I mean, pretty much when you're a foreigner here, they're like, okay, you're a different flavor.
Yeah, basically. But it's pretty hilarious, man. But dating here, I think this is the only 2 hours that you would need for dating. I don't think there's any more. I mean, unless you guys want to check into more, but there ain't much. Just the body language, the going out, threesomes already. We
And if
already
a
covered
Filipino
that.
slaps you, I'm not talking about slaps you in the face, but you say something and they slap you in your shoulder, that's a good sign.
Yeah, it's a good sign. Like sometimes they do the punch or
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
If you get
They love
you
that.
get a slap or a punch on a playful way, you are
Hmm.
seriously close to get, pay more attention and like literally say, I go for that girl. And
Yeah.
when you pay attention to one, let's say you're with a bunch of Filipinos and you're in a group and you're talking to one, what happens is, trust me, if you're giving one of them attention, you think that's the person that you want to end up with, there's a higher chance you're going to end up with the other people or the other friends because they get really jealous and it becomes they try to fight for your attention. If you give one of them more attention, they notice that and they will try to vie for your attention first. It's the craziest thing that's going to happen. They don't like not being the center of attention.
That's the thing. They don't care about like I've been telling people, they're not really that conservative. They will fight for your attention. Sometimes you might be in a relationship and they see you, they talk to you alone. They and you tell them you have a girlfriend or something. They don't care. Oh, let's just be friends. Let's be friends. You would say you're married or something. They will see a ring on you. Oh, we can just here's my number. Let's just be friends.
It's that old Chris Rock joke where he says when a man sees another man with a good woman, he says, I need to get a woman just like her. When a woman sees another woman with a good man, she says, I need to get him. And the thing, it goes straight up times 10, even more over here. They, and trust me, the Filipinos know once they get you to commit to them, or once they know that you're kind of dating them now, they will literally try to remove you from her friends. All of a sudden, her friends she's not hanging out with her friends no more because she knows her biggest problem and her biggest competition is her own friends.
This is another one. Yeah, I've seen another one. They will also try to set you up. Pedro's right. One time, I was talking to this one girl, and I got her number, everything. Then I told her to meet me at the club. I was really drunk at that time. She came over, but I was so drunk, I didn't realize it was her sister because they kind of looked the same. Because at the time I would be fucking talking to everybody at the time.
Yeah.
So of course I just took it like, oh, that's you. Yeah, because I would be like, is that you really? You look different. Oh no, that's me. That's my phone. Okay, whatever. Take them out, fuck them, whatever. And later, I would wake up in the morning. I'm like, it's not you, is it? Is that your sister or what? Like, what's going on? They do that. They do try to set you up with different women. They will give you different women's numbers, and most of these girls will go down. Or sometimes, one of my exes I met through talking to one girl. I was like, like really putting some game on her. Then somehow, just the other girl showed up. And I guess it just showed up, and then I don't know, we just got along together and everything. I guess she told her everything that I was saying. So it's really weird how they do that. They do that all the time.
Yeah, it's the test, right? Because they're so they take it to the next level because they've been hurt so much, or they've been taken advantage of so much. But I mean, the thing with that is just that for me, I've never had that experience, but I've had it where like, she'll tell her friends, like if I'm dating somebody, she'll tell her friends that I always hang out at this coffee shop, and she'll tell her friend to find a friend that's gonna try to entrap me in a way, right?
Yeah.
But would it work? It would have worked, but the problem is when that day was happening, I was busy doing work. I was working on a client's stuff. So, so here's this girl trying to give me attention. I'm like, no, I don't have time. So of course, when I got home, she gave me so much props, and I'm like, oh wait, what? And I was like, in my head, I was like, but before that all happened, when I shoot the girl away, I was like, if I wasn't busy, I would so hook up with this girl right now. But it's just, I was busy. So luckily it just didn't happen. But yeah, they're going to set you up somehow, some way. They will try to test you, or they try to do this. They'll even be like, oh, what do you think about that girl? They'll just do that, And so, so the question is, be like, oh, she looks good. But the thing though is, but if you don't hold boundaries, but it got to a point for me, it was like, if I get that the first time, I'm like, oh, she looks good. She's sexy. Well, like, you asked me, right? So don't ask me a question next. I'll put up boundaries a little bit, and you'll learn that stuff. But the test is funny.
Yeah, I've been set up plenty, especially the times when I was single. Man, set
Mhm.
up a lot of times. Yeah, talking a lot of times, but always at the end, I couldn't complain. It's like, hey, um, I came out winning at the end. Like I didn't complain about it. And some
Mhm.
people would get mad. I wouldn't. I mean, like, at,
Yeah,
at the
but
end,
I've
pussy
known
is pussy.
cases where the girl that was used to set up the guy ends up dating. So
Hmm.
some of the girls agree to do it because they actually kind of like you.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
that's why. Or they would talk to their friends, or they would negotiate with each other. Yeah, that kind of deal. They do a lot of sneaky stuff in the background, and these. That's why I'm trying to tell a lot of these guys, man. These girls are very cunning, and if
because
they want to get
they've
you, they
been hit
want to
on
get you. They're
before.
going to use their friends.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
because
they're
they've
going
been
to
hit
use
on
their
by too many
sexy
men.
friends, everything,
Yeah,
to lure
exactly.
you in. And it's funny how they like, another one was how they want you to, they test you out if you're cheating or not, so they
Mhm.
would literally have their friend fuck you, and, oh, you were cheating on me. Let's say, what the fuck, we're drinking, the three of us together, and you went home with us, and now I'm cheating on you, like, really? Like,
Yeah,
it,
I've seen that happen.
yeah.
You know, I've seen that happen also, unfortunately. And the thing though is like, you know, yeah, that there's so many things that's gonna happen. Like you won't hear those kind of stories in the States. You just won't. You won't hear those setup stories unless some ghetto person. But here in the Philippines, just the normal, nice and girl is gonna set it. Now, to be fair, not all of them will do this. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
when I'm sure when you share stories, it's like you sharing a story that happened. But it's not
Mhm.
everybody that does this to you. But isn't it better that you're aware that something like this can actually happen? For the guys that are listening, I mean, just these are stories that happen. So just at least know that it can actually happen to you guys.
Let's see. And yeah, that is. Yeah, they will do these things, and what else do they do?
Let's see.
Especially the setting you up for cheating part, like, because at the time I wasn't really serious. This was like 2010, so I was just in whatever mode, and yeah, they would do these tricks, pull you in with these girls, and but at least, like, that's one thing you guys have to accept, that the you know at the end, you're gonna, if they do that to you, at the end you're winning, so it doesn't matter. And if somebody sets you up like that for cheating or whatever, at the end, that she never trusted you, and then of course you never loved her, so that's the reason why you're doing it.
And
So
you got
at
something
the end
good
you
out of
win.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
at
win.
the end you win, because you got her friend too. So
Yeah, exactly. I mean, or like, and understand that the term dating is different here than in the States, right?
mhm.
Like if you go in the States and you said, I went on a date with somebody, or I was dating someone, right? Over here, when you say I went on a date with someone, they actually think that you are in a relationship with someone.
Yeah.
So, be like, don't, if somebody asks, well, did you go out with her? Don't respond, say, yeah, I dated her. Meaning even just because you went out with them once. No, they're like, oh, you had feelings for her and all this and that. So the term dating should not, as Westerners, as Americans, we shouldn't use it here in the Philippines because it has a different meaning for a lot of different people here, especially for the women.
And that's another one I've seen, that and I could see the opposite too, where they would say you're dating her, and I'm like, yeah, I went out with her, but they would be jealous, but they would put in more work into trying
Yeah.
to get you. And, oh yeah, I want to. I kind of feel depressed. I want to. They'll text you later at night. Oh, I want to drink. I want to have a drink. I'm feeling depressed, or some BS. And that means that it could be either they're super jealous, or they want to get you and trap you and put in more work. So, yeah.
They actually do it on purpose to make themselves tampo. Like they actually find a reason to get tampo on you. And then
Hmm.
when they do it, and because what they're actually looking for is for you to actually show the reaction that you care. And if you give them the reaction that they're expecting, then all of a sudden everything of your wishes will happen. Like she's all of a sudden she becomes more nice, does something, buys you a new something, whatever. A good example for me is like, like I used to unfortunately date somebody, not date, but I went out, I hooked, okay, fine, let's use the right term before I get in trouble here. I hooked up with a girl here in Quezon City before I met my current girlfriend, right? And so the biggest mistake I ever did was tell her where we went. So for some reason, every time I end up in that area or we're in a grab car and we pass by the area, I bet once I know I went to that, once we pass by that, we'll say Starbucks, right? And I can't even use the word, the word latte because she'll be like, just triggers. But if we pass by that Starbucks, best believe, even though I took her out, had good, we ate, there is going to be hell that's going to happen. There's going to be she's going to get tampo, she's going to get quiet, she's going to get, all that stuff. And you just have to be prepared for that. And just be prepared. If the girl is worth it for you. If the girl is not worth it for you, you really don't have feelings for her, you better check her right away because there's no sense of you having to deal with that type of, you shouldn't have to go through the whole tampo if you don't have anything valuable or you want a more committed thing with the girl that you're talking to.
That's the thing. Yeah, I've seen things like that. Like, you go to a certain spot, they would be triggered or whatever. It's weird. Or like let's say you caught her fucking on a couch, then they wouldn't want to sit on that couch anymore and all that. It's crazy. There's a question from YX Packers saying, how do you break up with a girl cleanly? Well, for me, I'll just pretend that I'm not interested anymore. I'm just not gonna answer calls or anything, and the girl eventually will go away. That's how it happens. Because these girls, if you have one foreigner, they have 50 Filipinos lined up in the back, for sure. These girls, there's so many dudes out there that would probably get them, if she's that hot, and especially, also Filipinos would say like, why is that foreigner with her? Maybe there's something going on with her. Maybe she might give some good BJs or some shit. They who knows? But it'll have an attraction too. It'll give her an attraction weirdly. And also, don't date. For me, don't bring anybody into your house early in the relationship. Like if you're gonna live with somebody, make sure you know them at least a year or 6 months, or at least have the capacity to work. Do not get any women that are going to be 100% dependent on you. Have women with some sort of work or assets that they can recover and then they can go. Have some semi-independent women out there. Don't get, a lot of these blogger dudes, they get these girls at 100%. They pay for everything and they're financially depending on them. Then when they want to break up, they are not going to leave the house. They don't want to leave the house.
Nope.
So, of course, they're going to do everything in their power to stay in that house. They're going to say they're going to kill themselves. They're going to say they're going to do this and that. They'll do it. They will do it. So, and I've seen a lot of friends. I had that before one time. They'll do it. The one time I had like that, I just told her, look, I'm broke now. I don't got any money. She's like, you're lying. I didn't buy groceries for a month. Nothing. I was just eating out and shit. I was like, I don't got shit. Then she just left. That's all. Just break it off cleanly. Just tell them something about money and they'll run away because they're going to be financially depending on you. So always have somebody that is, and that was the one mistake I did, but at least I had to, like, for a month, kind of like do that, kind of pretend I was broke deal. And but then after that, that's where I smartened up and I'm like, let me get women who have some sort of assets, who have a family, pick and choose somebody with some financial capacity. That's it.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, the thing though is like, number one, don't lie, tell the truth. If you start saying, whatever, because if you don't get if you're not straightforward with a Filipina, she's then gonna be like things that she's gonna think there's something more deeper, and she'll actually gonna research it, and then she's gonna literally stalk you, and that's the last thing you want. Number two is like, just literally tell her. I mean, and good point about the money thing. If they get scared away that that they feel that you don't have any money and they walk away, then you got away from that. That's a good thing. That's not the right person. Because trust me, the thing goes here is this society is a more matriarchal society. So women actually take care of the men here. There is more women that are more successful making money and actually takes care of their deadbeat Filipino men. It's the truth.
Oh yeah.
Known fact. So with that said, a woman wants to take care of her man. Like, my girl, when I met her, she had her own condo. She lived by herself, had a great job. Those are things that you want, because when there is a breakup, there's a clean stuff because she can go her own way and you can go yours. And, there's that one video that I saw that just like shook my head, where some guy was talking about I saw this like about a month ago. Some guy was talking about take him out to a restaurant. Then when you're away, have your friends change the locks on your door, and then you leave her in the restaurant and you leave. I literally hit the floor, and I was like, I grabbed my girl. I said, "Come over here. You got to watch this. This is hilarious." And she's like watching it. And she just looks at me. And she's like, "Are you trying to say something to me?" And I'm not in trouble. I'm like, "No, I wouldn't do such a thing." But she's like, because that's the thing also is for Filipinas, they think that there's always a hidden agenda, a hidden issue sometimes. So you need to, if you're trying to mess with them or do a joke on them, make sure you say it right away that I'm just kidding, or joke line, say it right away. Because if you wait for a few more seconds, she's gonna be like, "What are you trying to say? Oh, are you trying to break up with me? Is this you trying to say that so you don't have to lock me out?" I'm like, no, this is hilarious. Just watch it, and so break it off clearly. Just literally tell them like, "Listen, I'm not interested. I don't think that this is gonna go any further. I don't think I'm gonna have, I don't see this relationship moving forward. I want to see other people." Just being honest. So I literally say, for me, if I break up with people, I'll say like, blame me. I was like, this is on me. It's my fault. This is not the whole, it's me, it's you. I'm like, literally, listen, I'm just not interested in you. And that's going to get you more clear pathway to the next thing, rather than playing the thing like, now have I hid from people? Yeah. If I'm not interested in someone and I just want to play the game of not, like, I've done that also. Like the whole thing. Yeah, of course. Everybody's done that at one point.
Definitely.
Just don't break off with a text. I think don't break off with a text. Either you ghost all the way, you go all in ghosting, or you go the opposite way and be all honest. Don't be in the middle. That's just wrong, I think.
Yeah, and also like it's always fine when they joke, because sometimes they do that. It's weird, the joke part, like, they'll say it like probably an hour later. "Oh, I'm joking," and I was like, what the fuck? And you would search it, and she was joking, but like sometimes they would play those crazy pranks too. But I think one of them said Mercado advice. I don't know about the Mercado advice, Mercado dating. I wouldn't pick any girls from the Mercado.
I said, the only thing advice I have in Mercado is they have good deals on fruits and veggies, but don't buy meat.
Fuck that. I wouldn't. I don't know why that guy, like, his dating tips: go to the Mercado, like just buy some bananas and just walk around even for hours if you have to. Like, what the fuck? Walk around that market. I did a live stream walking on the market like for an hour. Like,
really?
That shit was boring as fuck.
and my thing is like, don't be the creepy dude that's hanging around. The thing though is when people say like, it's like those guys that walks around the club all the time looking for a woman. You're the creepy dude walking around the club that's walked around several times. Literally when you come here and you see somebody and you're interested in somebody, just literally within 15 seconds, just approach them, right? There's two things that can happen. They say no, they're with a boyfriend, or number two is like you actually strike up a conversation. But anything that I do when I meet somebody in the past, okay, not now, meeting people in the past, is me literally saying, I just want to have a good conversation. Because when you first move here, you want to meet people, right? I'm not saying I want to find friends and whatever, but you want to meet people. And so just go ahead and have a conversation. Because the truth is, I've had more opportunities where I met people that I hooked up with and decent ways, not being mean, but because I met someone that I was able to befriend. And then that person gives you the opportunity to meet their friends. And then you are able to meet more people. But definitely nothing in the Mercado. Stay away from anything or I hate guys that like you see, like you go to a bar here, you see a lot of foreigners hanging out by the freaking bathroom.
Yeah.
They chill by the bathroom. You're a simp if you hang out right by the bathroom door in a bar in a club because you're waiting for the girl to go to the bathroom. That's when you want to talk to them when they're about to take a, they're about to do number one or number two. I'm like, come on, don't hang out by the bathroom. Walk in and talk to people. That's my thing.
I've seen those guys or just standing on the corner, just like blending in with the wall with their beer. And I mean, do a little bit moving around, at least to a bar, kind of like check it out. Like, try to, I don't know, for me, usually it's like, if you're going to be at a club, try to stand in a place opposite of the bar so you can walk the whole club to the bar and then go back the other way. So at least you have an excuse not to be that creepy or look creepy or anything like that. Oh, I was just getting a beer. You just walk up to a girl. Oh, I'm just getting a beer. What, you want one? You just grab her by the hand and let's go. That kind of deal. And they're into it. A lot of them are into that kind of stuff, especially in clubs.
Yeah,
but sadly, a lot of them ain't open now.
Yeah, like what you said. I mean, there's one thing where the guys that keeps on walking around the bar, right? It's like you're like that. It's like duck hunt. You're that duck walking around that hasn't gotten shot yet. And when you are walking around the bar too much, people will notice. And then all of a sudden, if you're not walking around when you're with somebody that you're not showing that you're accepted by a woman. And that's the thing why you want to befriend and talk to people, because sometimes you want to show that at least you're not the creepy one because a woman's willing to talk to you. Because then eventually people, if you're a foreigner, of course we look differently. I mean, and you are speaking to someone, other Filipinas are going to notice that and they're like, oh, is that his girlfriend? But the fact is he's talking to someone, so maybe there's something interesting about it. And then you have that opportunity to be able to talk to other people. Chicharon girls and Sampaguita girls. No. First of all, they're part of
no, Froggy, no.
They're part of the syndicate. There's some guy that's making sure that they make money for them. Number two is I saw talking to like the sales ladies and the servers. That's who you want to hook up with, really? And then why would I want to? Here's the thing: you're gonna hook up with a girl and then you didn't even give her a good tip. You probably gave her 50 pesos. I mean. You don't be that person. If you want to hook up with a girl who works at a restaurant, be nice enough that if you really want to go after her, leave, come back again. Don't do it in front of your friends. Then go in and be like, hey, listen, then you just approach and say, hey, look, I might not come back here again. When would be a good time to have a conversation with you? If not, that's perfectly fine. You can't be too aggressive here because then all of a sudden, if you're too aggressive, girls are not going to like that as much. They don't want you too aggressive, but they don't want you to be a simp. So you have to play the game of being aggressive a little bit, but being able to tone it down a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. It's hilarious. The Sampanguita girl, man. I'm sure Froggy would say something like that, like stare at that little girl selling little Sampanguita, like behind in the drive-thru in McDonald's. No need for any bar apps. Yeah, apps. That's what we were talking about earlier. Apps. Those are the like Tinder, Tantan, maybe. Use what's that? Sometimes they use what's that app? It's kind of like a social media, like tagged. There we go, tagged. Yeah, like those. They
Badoo.
Really work in the Philippines.
Badoo is big in the Philippines, also. It's big here.
Which one?
Badoo.
Badoo.
Hmm?
Badoo.
Badoo, but I don't know how to pronounce Badoo. Maybe it's.
Oh yeah, Badoo. Badoo. Yeah.
Okay, Cupid. Is pretty good. But I mean, but at the same time, is to each your own and pay attention, because there's going to be people hunting. Like in dating apps, if a girl puts her phone number on her profile, skip. No matter how good she looks, skip.
Yeah.
If she has a photo where she's wearing some lingerie, skip. If she's wearing bathing suit and I still skip. I mean, that's where it's at. If you're going to try it, I mean, this isn't me when I've used it before, right? So, either or. I mean, you want to do dating apps, you want to meet people in the streets, you want to meet people in a coffee shop. It doesn't matter. It's like, just go out there and do something. It's just that some people think that all of a sudden, and then the people that, it's just, I don't know. It just depends.
Mercado app.
Hey, you can sell more than the meats. You can sell other meats, Marty.
Yeah, actually, that's not a bad idea, Marty Junk. I mean, if you would, I'm sure that'll probably hit off, like Mercado app. Have like some frog lingering around, like like some froggy loading screen, going to the Mercado. Yeah, that'd be hilarious, man. I'll be a subscriber for sure, definitely. But let's see. Yeah, but those are the dating tips. A lot of these women. Hopefully, the clubs will build back up for a lot of the guys. But bars like Karma, or the Gillies, right there by the. I was hanging out there on Saturday. It's pretty packed like crazy.
Quezon City is fun. I mean, Angeles City is fun because I like more an open area. So in Quezon City, the traffic is not as bad here. So it's that's what I like about being here. I mean, Parañaque was just too trafficy. When I first moved here, what I did was I lived like 10 days each area that I was thinking about where I wanted to move, and Quezon City just worked well because you can, it's just a lot easier. And there's a lot of good girls here, and also that make money.
I don't know about that one, man. As long as they're over 18, XY Packers, that's good age range. As long as you're not redshirting them,
I mean, what is a good age range? I mean, it's just up to you to whatever your cup of tea is. I mean,
yeah, as long as it's legal.
Yeah, and for the guys that keeps on, I've seen stuff like, well, the age of consent in the Philippines is this. I don't even know what, I think it's like 16 now. I don't know, 12 or 16, whatever. Yeah, it's called consent, meaning the parents has to consent about it. So don't try this whole thing about, I mean, what's the difference? Just wait a few more years and get them under 18. Just I don't know. I don't know why.
Yeah, for me, I don't know. I'm not really into the teaching part and all that. As long as they know what they're doing, and I'm all right with it, because it does get annoying, man. Like, you're already out from drinking or from a date. You're getting tired. You want to go to bed and shit. You're gonna get your little smash on before you take your sleep. And I'm not gonna spend all night teaching you. I'm not gonna like, what the fuck? Like, I'm not gonna spend 2 hours, teaching about birds and the bees and trying to do all that crazy shit.
True.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, how can a man really teach a woman what she needs to be doing? What am I supposed to act? What you're supposed to do? Or like the worst creepy ones is like, I actually this actually happened where I had a girl literally said, "Is this the move you want me to do?" And she showed me like a porn video, and I was like, it was the weirdest feeling in the world. I'm like, it's nice that you're trying to learn, but not when we're in bedroom at this moment. So
yeah,
it's like listen, it's like. And that's the thing. It's if you're a more mature male, you want a woman that already knows what she wants. Now, if you want the younger girls, then there's that part that you have to understand that there's things that they don't know. But this whole thing that you have to teach them, it's like, there's one thing about an older man having to say, I want to teach this girl what she needs to do. That's just creepy stuff for me, like for real creepy.
Yeah, it's kind of like the courses, like this one dude talking about how to teach a girl. Basically, his one, he had a whole 30-minute tape about how to do anal to a girl. Like, it's like, what the fuck? Like, and those tips were like really, I don't know what kind of man. Yeah, like there was a comment here, what kind of man grown ass man with no skills with women. Yeah, there's so many. I don't really understand it, but a lot of guys, they came out with their high school sweetheart, they married, and that was it. And then now they want to come to the Philippines and they got no game whatsoever. Maybe what was good back in 1980s is not good in 2021.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like here in the Philippines, they actually have a tradition of courting called harana, where literally you go outside the woman's house. This is back in the days in the provinces, they say, where the guy will bring a guy who knows how to play a guitar, and you sing a song, and you wait for the parents to tell you to come up if they want to accept you or not, right? You tell that to a girl, and a girl doesn't want that here. They're like, don't ever dare do that to me. So don't try to go traditional. But I mean, like talking about that whole teaching people how to do anal and stuff like that, it gets to the part of like, listen, it's what the woman's comfortable with and what she wants. If she asks for it, then I can't do it. But I mean, the thing though is just like it just depends. But don't be that freaky person. Like, let me show you what you need to do. And if there's actually a 30-minute explainer video on how to make a person agree to that, that is effed up. That's
it is.
That's literally some sexual predator course, if that exists.
Exactly.
Right?
How not to get away with rape. How to get away with rape, like how not to get charged for rape course.
Yeah, I mean, do you have to detail and explain people how to do it? If it doesn't come naturally, then you shouldn't have to make somebody do it. That's my thing. And if you have your boundaries of what you expect a woman to do with you, and she's not willing to do it, then you call it quits and you move on. It's just, I don't know. That's just me, my opinion on that.
Yeah, definitely. That is insane. But yeah, I gotta cut it short, man, because we're already 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Yeesh.
But definitely, it was good talking to you, man. Especially all these tips. I'm gonna keep it up.
Yeah, let me know when you come to Quezon City. I'll be heading up to Cebu actually, which I don't look forward to, but I'm heading up to Cebu in a couple of days because I gotta do there's a digital conference over that I have to do. But I mean, so it's just taking it from there. But I mean,
how's the travel to Cebu? I mean,
Dude,
no quarantines, nothing, right?
no, yeah, you can go. So that's why they're doing the conference, because they're making people come in over there.
All right.
So, but still, like I'm making sure I'm getting the barangay clearance. I'm going to the barangay. I'm making sure I'm getting that stuff. I went, I get my test done every 2 weeks, anyways. And the reason for that is when my girl, she works at a place where she has to get tested, and so I just come along when she gets tested. She gets tested every 2.5 weeks. Yeah, every 20 days they have to get tested.
Damn.
Yeah. She works for one of the big casinos in Manila. So so it's a thing for them. But yeah, so Cebu it's gonna be crazy hectic. So I'm gonna be there for like 30 days actually. So it's gonna be
Dingleberry, I have no idea. That's the first time I heard of that channel, but I will get back on that. Blessed in the Philippines. Because for me, I need to go to Cebu because I haven't gone there in a while. I always used to go there every 2 weeks. I got a lot of friends there, things to do there. And yeah, Ricky, I mean, if you're seeing this, once the stuff is over, in Geo, you can just call me out. I'm usually at your neighborhood near IT Park, near the same Ayala Mall. That's just friendly meet, if you want it, or or you want a boxing gym or some shit like that. It'll be public. It all depends.
That video, man, where he was complaining that he just didn't have.
Oh yeah.
That was one. I literally, like, when I got turned on, I'm like, let me watch like 10 videos to figure out what this dude is about, just to give him benefit of the doubt. And that was one of the videos I saw, and I was like, no.
Yeah, he was talking about how he was in a gi. I didn't have my gi on. That was just practice. I was like, what the fuck? Like, so like somebody's
like, oh my god, you're doing such a good job. I'm like, really? I'm not that professional, but I don't think he was doing anything right. So I don't know.
Yeah. Oh man, Cruz the Spicy. We were talking about Tim K like for like 2 hours. Like, you can go back on the stream. But yeah, I gotta head out, guys.
man.
But yeah, definitely, it's a good conversation, man. But yeah, man, thanks for coming over.
All right,
Yeah,
dude.
gotta head out, man.
Take care.
All right, see
We'll
you
hang out,
around,
man.
dude.
All right, man. Take
See
care,
you.
man.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye. All right, guys. Well, that was Mike, Philippines Journey. So if you guys want to check out his channel, it's right there on the description down below. I'm going to put it on the description down below, and I will put the link to his channel here so you guys can see it. But definitely have a good day, and you guys definitely are some of the greatest people around and hilarious. But Dingleberry, I will check out Blessed in the Philippines. Let me see what he's about. And yeah. And also, biggest thing to worry is the Philippine driving. Yeah, it kind of depends. But yeah, guys, thank you guys for being badass. Thank you guys for coming over. And yeah, check out his channel right here, Mike's Philippine Journey. So yeah, thank you. There was a peak of 200 and up to 180 or 190 people. All right, see you guys. Peace. Thank you. All right.